Hello, and welcome to Fabled 42, where we build a community through friendship, gaming, and chaos. Welcome, guys. Yes?
Welcome.
Chaos?
Hello.
Chaos, is that you? Welcome.
Yes, it's here. They're here.
Oh, hello.
Yuck. So, we are on, guys, we did it. We made it to episode 20. Congratulations. It's been, I think we're on day 4 in the story, in the campaign, but episode 20. Glad to have you all here. Let's quickly go through announcements and then we'll do the fun stuff.
Oh my god, we're reading announcements.
John's usually first, though, isn't he?
Yep.
Okay, I got it. I don't currently have it, but I will have it.
Griffin Cove.
Thanks. Oh yeah, I used to do that one. Griffin Cove. Griffin Cove. They sell affordable, that's a key word, 3D printed terrain, spell effects, objects, minis, and awesome gift ideas for all ages. Hurry now and don't miss their holiday specials for some great gift choices. Wait, that's okay. We'll update that one.
Hey.
Apologies. We are the kind of people who still have our Christmas trees up, so please accept our...
Look, holiday, Valentine's is coming up. I would love a mini for Valentine's Day. It's a great idea. Anyway,
she does.
I'm gonna tell my wife. Well, what were you saying? Oh,
Dub said on our starting screen.
oh my gosh, that's pretty
My
funny.
bad.
Look,
You can hear
chaos,
us, though.
right? Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. No, they can hear us. All I have to do is this little fun thing here, and then bam. Hi.
Hi.
Hello there.
Cool.
I was just eating my corn dog. You know.
We're really
hey,
nailing it
Yeah,
tonight.
We are, yes.
we felt really good about that. I mean, on our end, that was pretty good. Back to what I was saying. Blah, blah, blah. That is Fabled 42. Remember, you use the promo code Fabled42 to get 22% off your purchase, and stay tuned because at the midpoint after our break, we will be giving a Griffin Co giveaway. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun.
All right,
And
someone
guess
else
what
please take
is
the mic.
Also really cool that we are super happy to have the lovely sponsorship of Underground Oracle. Okay, so if you are interested in any in front of the scenes or behind the scenes resources for 5e, come check them out. You know, they've got different cults, syndicates, and different story expanding resources. Also, if you want all the tea, come check out their new announcement. So undergroundoracle.com, their announcement is the end of 5e and the future of Underground Oracle. Be nosy. Go see.
Boy, we're getting political, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Already.
All the tea. Check it out.
Cheers to that. Another cheers to our other sponsor for the evening, 9realmsgaming.com. Our wonderful, awesome, very talented friends over at 9 Realms Gaming also make keyword affordable gaming accessories for all of your TTRPG games. They make out of affordable crafted words. They will make you
Yeah.
Affordable crafted.
Crafted.
You know, customize your words and your dice vault and your dice towers and your dice trays and make them beautiful and put cool specialization on there, and you can get a discount with our code Fabled42 for 10% off your next purchase. Go and check them out at 9realmsgaming.com.
Flawless.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Our next sponsor is Critical Dice. Special thanks to our
it's a theme.
It's your thing.
Thank you
I
for
speak
being a
English for a
friend.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Critical Dice. They have an amazing assortment of dice and even have a popular dice subscription service for your inner dice goblin, which we all have deep down. You love those clicky clackies. So please be sure that you check it out. And if you stick around, we do have a Critical Dice giveaway, question mark.
At the end. One at the end. For
At
sure.
the end. So if you wait until after the break to put in exclamation mark critical,
Critical.
You can win a set of dice. And they roll really well. Mine have rolled wonderfully. Please note that our giveaways are for US and Canada only, excluding Quebec, because of our giveaway laws, or their giveaway laws. Quebec is not a fan of the giveaway. And please help support our channel by clicking the link in the chat box for 20% off all non-subscription items.
To be fair, they could be a huge fan of giveaways, like giving away, and they just don't like receiving. They could be fans of giveaway, just not receiving.
Oh, they're givers, not receivers. Oh, yeah, I know people like that.
Yeah, they just don't want
a whole country.
Yeah.
Quebec is always like, why do we always trend for some reason?
Yeah. What's the
They
deal?
do it to themselves, baby.
We need that linkage analysis. People that watch D&D category on Twitch and then Google what is up with Quebec's giveaway laws.
Hashtag, what up, Quebec? What the hell?
But don't forget to swing by on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific for Crypt Creatures, our horror campaign, DM'd by the one and only MZ Dusty. And on some Fridays, you can see us at 3 p.m. Pacific for Duke City Chronicles, the Monster of the Week campaign, hosted by the Keeper, Jason Russell of Critical Dice, as he leads Team C4, on their in-game hunt. It's literally our last hunt, guys. And the stakes are so high. But yeah, we pride ourselves on bringing a wide range of quality storytelling to those eager to join us for the adventure. So come along, have a seat, and enjoy the chaos.
And let's be honest, guys. Sometimes you're not just in the mood. You're just not in the mood to enjoy the chaos, a la moment. So sometimes you need to delay the chaos. You know, just reschedule the chaos.
I need some prescribed
Look, we're trying to
chaos.
schedule
Schedule
chaos.
chaos, I know. I
Chaos
appreciate
will
that.
not be contained.
I do that.
If the chaos is
You're
too
right.
much and
That,
you,
you know,
Yeah.
you go
I
away
just-
from our stream tonight, you can catch up.
I just revealed that maybe there's not a lot of chaos like innately in me. I have to really summon that chaos.
Just summon the chaos.
Structured chaos.
Point being, if you happen to miss us or need to delay the chaos, you can find us on YouTube. Our videos typically go up on Fridays. Yes, today's Wednesday, so that's just like 2 days. You can watch all of our past episodes. And as well as any other share aired on our network. So that includes Crypt Creatures and Monster of the Week, the Duke City Chronicles. Go subscribe now. Don't miss out on any of the chaos. Can I get a side of chaos? That's great. Also, guys, Twitch, here on Twitch, you have power. You can help out by giving luck or inspiration to a player or me. And yeah, you just type it in chat and let me know. Just let me know. And people with some points can also get some. It's pretty cool. Also, what else? John, you noticed that Lupin is not here at the moment. He had work go a little bit late. Hopefully he'll join us at half, but sometimes you never know. That's it. Let's run our little vidya.
Vidya.
And we will be right back. Ooh.
You know about our awesome vidya?
I put you on a timeout for not letting the chaos get to you, Stacks. How dare you?
Wow.
I was like, why'd my chat vanish?
We are spicy tonight. And if you didn't know, it's also my birthday.
It's a very merry birthday to him, to him, to him.
It's a weird joke. Don't worry about it. Anyways, once I get back to like where I'm
you
supposed
know.
to be,
To understand it.
we will be here. Thanks. Luckily, it's going to be a theme. We'll be right back.
Solon, a world caught just outside the blessed fields of Elysium. Home to the migrated Gardenals, celestial animal kin searching for adventure. are the protectors of this realm, standing against the forces of evil that seek to disrupt a lasting peace. It has been over 100 years since Bel's dark invasion faltered at Boiler Bay. In the north, Pelor's warming glow bestows prosperity to the nations of light. But in the south, a new story unfolds.
Wait, cool. No, yeah, they can hear you. You can hear me. Hey, we're down 2 people. This is gonna be a good night. Hey!
Or 4, 3.
Look at that. Guys, have y'all seen those videos of the husband calling? The husband, like the competition that's like pig calling, but it's husband calling. Like, Dave, 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 Dave. Sorry, I don't know why I thought that. Hey.
That's a new trend. I bet you I'm gonna see it now on my.
Yeah, I mean, where's your
my
cell
phone's
phone?
in
Your
the
cell
other
phone's,
room,
yeah,
and it's still picked up on that.
I was gonna say.
DM special offers to promote. Let's go.
Let's go.
Woo. Okay, so last time we so a couple times back we had some combat. Our heroes were attending a banquet slash ceremony, or should I ceremony slash banquet, with some high up officers of the Githyanki, Lord Havesh, and a guest, which they eventually found out the name being High Lord Janarin. During this, though, there was a commotion and eventually 2 waves of an attack. One appearing to be more like bandits, kind of low, like impoverished citizens. And then a second round by heavily armored, heavily organized Durgar, the underground dwarves. They disbanded the dwarves pretty well in their war contraption, while the High Lord and the Lord Havesh and the champion Shandias took out what seemed to be a giant Durgar, a very impressive and imitating foe. When I say took out, though, I'm wrong there, because they didn't end up taking out this foe. Our group managed to join the fray with the large, monstrous beast. And I want to say, who did it? Kalai? Who did it? Who finished
Vesta?
the giant? Vesta? Before passing out?
Because Shay was like, "Yeah, Vesta."
It was me.
Yeah, I can't take credit. It was. I was almost there.
I wasn't there at all.
Cherie, no, you were there. I thought you took some heavy swings, I think.
But
or-
Like the beginning and the end, but like not the sandwich stuff in the middle.
Like Calliope was
feeling.
there, but Shireen was
Right,
like,
gotcha,
I don't know.
gotcha.
In another
Calliope was the
planar
bread
universe.
slices.
Entirely.
Yeah.
Well, so yes, Vesta finished off. The next kind of rapid fire set of events kind of occurred quickly. That's what I'm reiterating now. Lord Havesh organized a party. First of all, let's start with the fact that Lord Janarin and Shandias was like, screw this, we've done our part. And they returned home, apparently, assumingly to Sigil on the astral plane. And Lord Havesh organized a war party to go down the tunnels and basically chase the retreating Durgar, and potentially they heard notes of revenge against the Durgar city or colony or whatever population, who knows, but they went down the hole. With Lord Havesh, before going in the hole, wow, giving a pretty direct now focus for the group. He asked them to investigate the boss, one of the houses, the Misfits, the leaders of the Misfit House of Gorespire Keep, because it was recognized that some of the bandits were members of this organization. Their next step was to go inside to attempt to find a body that Lupin had knocked unconscious, attempting to investigate or interrogate. However, when they got there, They found General Yivid Slod, the main general of the like patrol and army forces within Gorespire Keep, left behind to manage business while Havesh is gone. With an interesting conversation. Intentions questionable between the interaction there, but eventually he took his leave. The group noticed some physiological, like real medical type signs. I don't, some
surgical.
Yeah, like some interesting biological hints as to some altered, potentially I don't know how to describe this, guys. This is a rough night, guys. We're having a rough night all around. We're powering through it. We're powering through it. I should just say what it is. They noticed that on the side, the temple, there was parts of skull that would break away depending. Sometimes it was obvious, sometimes it wasn't. There was a void about the size of a quarter around from where the skull and the brain met, kind of up towards the eye sockets. On the bandits.
Got weird with it.
Yeah, she fingered
the fingering.
Yeah,
the
she
chicken
fingered
tenders. What wasn't chicken tenders part of
Chicken fingers?
Chicken fingers.
Fingers. That's right. Oh boy.
Hey, did you guys ever have those in elementary school? They were like French fries, but of chicken.
Oh,
chicken fries. BK has them.
Yeah, chicken fries are the bomb.
They're still around. Mm-hmm.
And
Especially in Solon, you can get them like.
Marcus is
got a
meat.
craving.
Marcus Meats, yeah. It's a lunch item. I mean, you guys were there at lunch. Dang it, that done.
Phrasing, yes, I know.
Okay, so after General Slod left, the group decided that they wanted someone with more medical knowledge to investigate this body, which led to a Weekend at Bernie's level hilarity discussion and plan to get this body out of the keep. Which then they noticed that probably wasn't that difficult to do. Additionally, BukBuk was there. BukBuk was there. He laid out kind of the implications on, like, if there is evidence that the boss and the Misfits organized attack against Lord Havesh and the Githyanki, the implications of that would be pretty strong, would be pretty severe. And then before leaving late in the night, as the group discussed this body transfer plan, left with a kind of private and sweet goodbye with envy. Morning comes, the group leaves the tower with the body before the break of the sun and head toward the night tower. And as they arrive there, BukBuk ascends down the long ramp leading up to the tower structure to greet the group. And that is where we will come in. BukBuk comes down and says, "You said early, welcome." And he notices the body, and he says, "Yeah, there it is." And you can tell he kind of looks over at two other of the lupinal around them, and they quickly go and get it, and they get it kind of out of sight. And as he kind of comes down, he greets you as a group and says, "Good morning. I'm glad you figured out how to get it here. We will keep it safe until you are ready for it. I do have a request.
I just heard Vesta's voice go through my head. Did not know we were taking requests today.
Yeah, correct. You can make a request. It doesn't mean we fulfill it. Please feel free.
It would be bad if there developed a reputation of us taking the bodies of your group on a regular basis.
That's fair.
The last body to the guard, technically.
It's probably best you not tell anyone.
Well, yeah, that's best for both of us. I'm asking though. I'm very appreciative of y'all's help. I know that whatever the path forward is for me and my group, it's going to need you guys.
Perhaps the city needs to make less of an occasion for killing people suspiciously. Or, like, maybe we need a coroner.
Yeah, like, isn't the more of the concern why these bodies keep popping up and why we have to keep...
Our concern, yes, of course, we need to find answers. But we still have to maintain a reputation, the people, right? The people trust us. They trust us to oppose Havesh. They don't trust us to take on similar means and methods.
Okay, so maybe you need a medical examiner or a coroner. Like, that seems like a reasonable expectation for a city to have, yeah?
We always
never really...
That would be very useful.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if any of us have really had an interest in the dead so much that we have a desire for that.
What do you think? I mean, is that something you could do?
Who are you asking? Sorry.
Envy. Thing.
I mean, I have healing properties, but I'm not a doctor. Like, I haven't been trained in that.
I thought, like, about the body when it's alive, so maybe while it's dead, you could find out, like, why it's no longer alive. But
so then, yeah, who is it that is investigating the people who are dying from the illness?
Apparently
he chuckles. Well, I mean, honestly, same people who would investigate if there was a crime or an accusation against a resident. It's the guard.
Untrained professionals.
The Githyanki.
Solid. Great choice. Y'all are really nailing it.
Look, who do you expect to oppose them of this role?
I don't know, an elected official? Have we heard of democracy, or is that not a thing in this?
That is not a thing here.
I knew that asking the question.
No.
Vesta brings democracy. Plus 10 points.
I realize I don't know where most of y'all are from. But here, this has been a system. The people, are they scared? Are they comfortable? Those are two. Yes and no. Yeah, people are on edge. They know it's it. But there's been peace here. Oh, that's the drum and the music. I was like, I thought like my soda can.
I need to put on music.
Did you put music too?
Oh, gosh. Ambiance. This quality
It really
screen
does set the tone. Hold on.
has ambiance. Blah. What was I saying?
You were saying that your town sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
And no democracy.
Yeah, before, none of these people would have been able to live here before Lord Havesh. This was an orc encampment. Before that, who even knows?
How old is this city?
Yeah.
You guys don't know. Okay, let me think
Like the
here for a second.
civilization as it's been more modernized.
More modernized, right?
Yeah.
It's been within the last 100 years.
So as we know it to be Gorespire, it's only been a few generations.
Correct.
Okay.
About 110, 115 years. Before that, and some of you would know, like, this is very general world history. Lupin could explain it. He would kind of have learned this in his schooling. The Dark Invasion, Bel, came across the Great Sea, the Barrier Sea, to attack the nations of light, was repelled. That was like 115, 120 years ago. Before that, before Bel arrived, Gorespire Keep was a very like abandoned, ruinous type town that was occupied by orcs. It was more militaristic. It was more tribal. And when Bel marched his army north, it took him time to build the Armada to take his army across the Great Barrier Sea at Sunrise Yard. during that time, Bell scared the orcs away at Gorespire Keep, basically, and when he left it, it was seen as a prize to be taken for many people, but it was the Githyanki that kind of pounced on that. But in order to populate and bring people to the city, they had to make some concessions.
When you say concessions, to what are you referring?
The concessions being allowing the leadership to take on more of a, I mean, to be fair, a more democratic role. It wasn't a monarchy. It was a small leading group. But organized. And for those who might know, I would say... anyone could give me a history check, and I'll roll for Lupin. I'll roll for Lupin.
You know,
I'll roll.
You can roll, and I'll tell you the modifier.
Roll.
There you go.
Oh, where'd my players thing go? Because girls is plays 2.
That is a spectacular 6 on my
plus
part.
4 for 10 for him.
And this is a which kind of check?
History.
Okay, mine is a 9.
18.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know.
22.
Ooh,
I paid attention in history class.
All right, so Envy and Vesta, just being kind of from this land, it's not so much you know a lot about Gorespire Keep's politics, but you just know generally, like, you've learned that different areas have different politics. You know, like, as you learn from your parents and stuff travel-wise, and it's basically to say, like, our rules here don't always apply everywhere else. Some places have weird and rules that might seem outdated or weird to you, but that's their culture. Kind of that type of learning had you understand a few of the major centers of this continent and kind of the culture around it. And you've learned that the Githyanki that colonized Gorespire Keep, their culture is based in this organized, militaristic kind of culture. It's very organized. It's very expansionist. This idea of going somewhere and creating a civilization, that's their thing. They have done that over and over, and they promote generals and they accolade people based on them conquering lands and colonizing with the Githyanki people. Why does my music keep stopping?
I like the birds.
Me too.
I'm really enjoying the birds. It's setting the tone. Although it is nighttime, so these must be like...
It's like early morning. Y'all left early morning, but it's like dark
morning.
morning.
Oh, it's early morning. Okay,
Yeah.
Good to know. Thought it was still middle of the night. So, what you're asking us, BukBuk, is dead bodies if we need to. You'd rather us not, but if we have to, let's be a little bit more discreet about it.
That seems fair. Yes. The point is, I would like it if maybe if eyes are on us, whether innocent or planned. I'd rather not have that to be looked into. And I feel like things are going to get strict here in a bit, and he hands you guys a note, a letter.
Who does he hand it to?
That's a good question.
Probably.
I think I know who he hands it to.
He actually hands it to Lupin at the moment.
Okay.
It's got the Githyanki seal on it. It's addressed to Finric, Molson, and the Night Watch. And it simply reads, be prepared for a meeting 5 days from now, morning, Sunrise Yard.
And does Lupin share it with us?
Yeah. He's just reading it out loud.
So 5 days. 5 days meeting with who?
It doesn't say, but if you want to ask out loud, BukBuk would answer you.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was kind of shit. Meeting with who?
Typically, meetings are held when needed, when called, between the 5 house leaders.
The big 5 houses. The big powerhouses. Oh shit, you guys.
5 days is a lot of
We're never
time.
gonna get there. We're never gonna
I
get
know,
there.
I was thinking about that too.
I know.
Episode
Seriously,
40.
that's the first thing that I thought too.
Season 2, episode 12.
Episode 97.
God. Speaking of the houses in 5 days.
Okay, so it's to Fenric, but it's sent from who?
It's signed Lord Havesh, but like the first thing as you're reading down the letter, it was the Githyanki seal. Basically the house seal of Havesh is Githyanki, yeah. Yep.
Well,
5
at
days
least-
from now, morning, sunrise yard.
Well, BukBuk, at least we know one thing from this letter, that Lord Havesh doesn't know Fenric's not here anymore. He still doesn't know.
That's true, but it also means we've got 5 days to figure out how to tell him.
Or if we don't tell him and we let him stand outside in the rising sun, looking like a fool.
Well,
Are
but
we still...
the other leaders will probably be there. He's not going to be out there like alone. It'll just be like, oh, all of a sudden the Night Watch isn't
You
here.
could let the girl dream. You could let her dream.
Are you trying to manifest destiny kind of thing?
No, Manifest Destiny is very bad.
Yeah, that's kind of the Gith thing. Sounds like that's like very much a Gith theme. The whole expansionist.
Sounds like
They've gotten pretty good at it.
Speaking of the meeting, Envy, you brought up a very wild plan about us infiltrating the meeting.
Ah, yes, that was more of a joke back in the day, but now it seems like the thing that we actually might have to do.
I just got really excited when you said it was a joke, because I was kind of hoping it was a joke, because...
Well, yes, because it's very,
dangerous?
Stakes? Yes.
Yeah, like if I get caught, I die type thing? Yeah.
Oh, no, we wouldn't let anything happen to you.
Wouldn't we?
Do you think that we could prevent anything from happening with such powerful people in one place?
Shit, I really think you're giving them a lot more credit than they deserve. Did you see how they performed yesterday?
But that wasn't the entire 5 houses. That was just Lord Havesh and a few others, but...
None of the, sorry, BukBuk, none of the 5 houses have really impressed me since I've arrived here at Gorespire Keep.
Well, I think the biggest mistake. Oh no!
You just tested fate, homie.
If this
The biggest
was Dragon
mistake
Age,
a warrior.
it would be like BukBuk disapproves.
The biggest mistake a warrior could ever make is to underestimate their opponent.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to say I'm underestimating them. I just would really like to see more from them, especially when, drama aside, the stakes are already kind of high.
BukBuk chimes in here and says, did you see that time yesterday when Shandias and High Lord decided that they were done and they left? That's not a one-way thing. They can bring more. There have been times when they have quickly reinforced their ranks.
But they're different ranks than Lord Havish's ranks, correct?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he's obviously the leader here.
I don't know. I know that you were just kind of bringing it up. It was just kind of like a fringe idea. But now we have 5 days to figure out what we're going to do. And I think the biggest question for me right now is, do we talk to Lord Havesh about going there in the first place? Maybe we should. We should approach him first, see if we're going to be invited anyways. And then if we're not, that's when we decide what we want to do.
But how would we know that there's a meeting to take place? I mean, the only reason we found out now is because that letter's addressed to Fenric, but Fenric's not here.
Yeah.
What if we had a Fenric?
Fenric told us?
No.
Are you insinuating that we should pretend Fenric told us?
No, I'm saying someone should turn into Fenric and be Fenric and go to meeting.
Okay, I can.
Can somebody do that?
Does anybody have a disguise kit?
Yes.
More magic than disguise kit.
Yes, I have a disguise kit. But if it's me that's gonna be changing into Fenric, I won't need it.
BukBuk chimes in. Wait. What are you suggesting?
Okay, so BukBuk. Nah. Okay, we're done with you. Thank you. Okay. Let's go meet with whoever.
What if the real Fenric shows up to the meeting?
Why would he go to the meeting? He never saw the letter.
How do we know?
Because the seal. It was sealed, was it not?
Oh, okay.
Right? Was it sealed? Was it sealed, Colin?
What? I mean, you would be asking BukBuk.
No,
I mean, he read it before you got there.
Oh, he read it before. Oh, okay. So BukBuk, was it sealed?
Well, yes, right here, and he shows you the Githyanki seal, how it's open now, and before it was sealed.
So it's everybody in this room. We off BukBuk, we impersonate Fenric, and
I don't think that's the best plan to go with, especially considering we met Fenric for all of 2 seconds before he decided to leave us.
I've never met him, so I
He
think
did.
True.
He fought alongside us before he fled like a coward.
Sounds to me like he's better off gone.
I'm not saying we go as Fenric, but I still think we should entertain the idea that we can go. No, we can strategically bring a topic up that makes us ask Lord Havesh. I think we should test the waters first. We might be invited.
I have a suggestion. We have 5 days to decide this, so maybe we should go do the next thing on our to-do list, and then we discuss this as we...
Is it another meeting? I don't want to go to a meeting.
It's honestly, it feels like it's been 2 weeks, so I cannot remember what we were going to do next.
I know what we're doing tonight, and then I know we're supposed to go talk to, Master Kaizen's, and I'm talking to Lupin now because, you know, he's standing right next to me. He's right there. Lupin, Master Kaizen's, the alchemist, notes. Luthinal.
Correct. I'm gonna do my best John impression. No, that's mean. I don't even know. I'll think about it. I'll try to do it later, but he says, that's right. He did say, though, I think lunchtime.
So then let's just go wake up the doctor.
Go to meet, it says go to cave and then go to meet Kaizen. That's what my notes say.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so we have time to go to the cave?
I was BukBuk is saying I was hoping you'd have time to go to the cave.
Let's go. I don't want to have to I'm dreading another meeting, you guys, and I know the cave's a bit of a distance, but I need a refresh.
Let's go to the cave.
Let's go to meet at the horses. Let's go get our horses, because now we got horses.
You do.
We do. We fancy.
BukBuk also has a horse.
I need to describe my horse and name my horse.
I'm not riding with somebody else. Did you buy me a horse?
We all have horses. They were supplied to us.
They were supplied to you, so you would have a horse now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Veston couldn't turn into a horse.
Yeah, but do I want to waste that on a walk? when.
I kind of want to see what horse you'd pick.
A waka 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 waka.
My CR isn't high enough to pick a horse yet.
Got it. Oh, okay. You're not that like skilled yet.
I'm still a level 6 druid.
I don't know.
But you are high enough level to save a horse by riding a cowboy.
Yeah, I am.
I was like, you could also just like you could.
I'm gonna name my
pretty
horse
solid.
Cowboy. My horse's name is Cowboy.
Okay, that's nice. I like it.
I love it.
And you make your way out on the road. Yes, it is. The sun like starts to rise. Did all the sound go away, guys? This is driving me insane. I just want music. I just want music.
Chaos.
Is Vesta's horse a a white and black spotted horse to where she calls it cow, and then it's a boy, so then she named it Cowboy?
No, it's an all black horse because it's like soot.
Soot.
Sooty.
Because Vesta burns everything.
Don't burn the horse!
Not the horse. The horse is horse.
Oh, but now I'm envisioning. Yeah, that'd be. Okay.
Vesta would turn you into glue before she'd turn horse into glue.
So you follow the same path that you guys have been on before.
Yeah.
You get down into the Badlands. This morning.
Is that what it's called? The Badlands?
Mm-hmm. This morning, it seems as though the wind and dust you saw whipping around from you kind of off in the distance. You didn't make it all the way out really to the bad stormy weather out there, but what you can see now, it is intensified. Multiple large tornadoes slowly, very off in the distance, just like two of them kind of, you see the large wide shadows of them slowly moving. There is like randomly, even from this distance, there'll be a gust of wind that just kicks up this rusty sand that gets in your mouth, gets in your hair, gets all through your clothes. You go down the ridge, same kind of crossing you got to before. You turn along the base of the ridge, and eventually you come up to the cave that you had been to before, where the creatures attacked, where you found the body of a tiefling, long, seemingly kind of gone for a while. And after conversing with BukBuk and those that knew the area to be a safe haven, a new chasm, a new opening leading down deeper into the caves that intertwine and dive below this region.
I have a question, and I want the answer from whomever can answer this question with the least amount of words. Why did you guys go into the Badlands in the first place?
Because.
I accept that answer. But seriously, why are we doing this? I was told to stay out of the Badlands.
No one told us to stay out of the Badlands.
I was told to stay out of the Badlands.
I think the name implies stay out.
That you were told to stay out of the Badlands.
Well, if you see a place called the Badlands, do you think that it's like extra fun and you should just go gallivanting around?
I mean, it could be next to the good lands. You don't know. You might have to go through the Badlands
good place.
to get to
the good
place.
This is like the shortcut that you don't want to take, but that you have to take to get to your destination. And okay, wasn't the cave here to just keep an eye on the route? It wasn't.
Okay, I'm missing a lot of background information.
Yeah, it's okay. BukBuk
Oh, right. She wasn't with
right.
us
She wasn't with. So
originally.
BukBuk is hearing, like knowing you, like hearing this kind of line of questioning coming from you. He just starts kind of monologuing and talking and saying,
In the least amount of words possible.
"You're
So
killing me.
demand.
You're killing me." Okay. We
Come on, Lupin.
patrol these lands.
Oh, okay.
We've set up safe havens to resupply, to rest safely. This was one of them.
Okay.
I feel like we're using sending.
I know, right? I wasn't counting. I didn't want to actually count.
No more, no
Vesta
less.
is very tired of long conversations. It's time to just fucking do something. Why are we at this cave again?
So I brought a few members here to investigate, and we came across something really strange, and figured you guys would want to see it.
Oh my god, it's another dead body.
Well, there was a lot of dead bodies, actually. We would have been the dead bodies, but we survived against, as Calliope called them, slimy McBalls.
Sounds like something I would say.
They were... I had to go to my notes. That was a quote.
Nice.
They were pretty terrible, and they were massive, and there's an existing cavern system here, but in addition to what was supposed to be here and already known about, there's a brand new fucking hole in the back of the cave, a dead body with a backpack, and we gotta investigate this. But BukBuk, you found something new?
I guess I'm never leaving you guys unattended ever again.
Told you had a lot to. I mean, you were gone. Like, again, the time-space continuum. You were gone for like 9 weeks. I'm sorry, it was just a day in the game.
9 weeks?
Weren't you? Like, in real life.
In real life.
In real life, yes. In the game.
Yeah.
Like 9 hours.
Yeah, like 24, I think. It was a full.
It was a full day.
Yeah, she was busy. Blah blah blah. Where was I going? So as like y'all are talking, you're entering the cave, and sure enough, as she's describing these creatures, there you come across the corpse of one, and the smell is just horrid, absolutely horrid. You notice that the body, these creatures, when you saw them, they were dry. They were kind of dried out. It didn't seem like they got a lot of humidity. But being up here, seems like they maybe got a little bit more humidity than used to. And like as they're rotting, their corpses are just bacteria. You see pustules and like bubbles of skin that have formed a colony of bacteria underneath. And it is disgusting and wet and... Blech.
So we're already like also then... We're like in the cave.
You started walking into the cave. That first one you downed was like kind of within eyesight of going into the cave. Yeah. There's a few more in the back, but you haven't gotten there yet.
Quick question for DM. How long does Pass Without a Trace last?
I believe an hour.
Okay, so it would have already been gone. Because it was cast when we were still at the castle. Or the keep.
Oh, early in the morning? Yeah, it's been gone. It took you
you
a while.
I just want to make sure. Okay. And I guess we should have a light source. I'm gonna pull out a light source. I'm gonna pull out like a torch.
Cool.
'Cause I can't see very well in the dark, y'all.
That sounds like a you problem.
I'm good.
Actually, I might not have dark vision either. I should
Hey,
check that before I
Envy,
fast.
do you wanna hang out with me with this torch where there's a light source?
Oh yeah, I have dark vision.
Sure.
Does my hair give off like a light glow?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm my own light source.
But it's very dim. No, that's
my
like
own light
dim. It's
I'm like
not
the little baby nightlight that you give your child.
right on like red. Red doesn't. There's not a lot of like. You don't still don't see a lot.
And it flickers, so it makes weird shadows. It's lovely.
Y'all, I don't even have a freaking torch. I have a candle.
Oh my god.
I know. I have a candle.
Do you admit that?
I'm admitting it.
Do you admit
I don't
that?
think.
You have
so
a can.
just
You
kinda keep in
oh,
mind,
geez.
DM,
Okay, that's
I
fine.
have a candle.
Here's the
Okay,
question: Who all
Lights.
can't see in dark vision? It's two of you, right? It's Shay
It's
and
me and Envy.
Envy.
J and Envy. Hence the reason I was trying to pull out. Because I know last time we were in here, we pulled out torches.
I will pull out torch and I will light it with my little light fingers for you.
I have like a really cute, delicate little candle.
Yeah, no candle. Useless. Here's a torch.
Okay, you have the torch, I have the candle. Because if
I'm-
we get separated, I need my own light source.
I
And like,
can see
shit
in
can
the
happen.
dark, Vesta, or Shay.
Oh, you're giving me the torch?
I'm
Thank
giving you the torch.
Oh, thank
no,
you.
No candle.
Okay, cool. I was like, that doesn't help me if I don't have it. Okay, torch. This was actually very considerate of you, Vespa. It's very out of character.
Don't fucking say that. Just accept the torch
and she just like prances on with her torch, just like.
You guys are walking. Everything seems to be in place. No alerts to say that something's changed. You make your way. You remember that's like you had a bigger. So they pass by an area where you see several more of these forms. Here behind, like you have to kind of go in through a little narrow space before getting back in this little further back chamber. That's where you already notice a big difference. These bodies aren't as wet and like they're not as decaying as more they're drying out. The liquid has already escaped, and you see stains on the ground, but there's no wet. It's all dry, and the skin is dry. I want to say there's like 3 more back here. You guys took care of like 4 of them, I believe.
I know at least 3, but I don't know.
I think 4.
Are we
something feeding on them?
No, it looks all pretty natural. There's no blood. There's no. No, it doesn't look like anything's been feeding on them.
Are we, and like Shay's like, keeping her volume down. Are we headed to the cavern, the hole in the cave?
Yes,
is that
we
where
have to
headed?
turn here, and then it's just a little further.
And have you guys explored like further beyond that day?
We did beyond
the day that we were all here.
Yes, we came back.
Okay.
And looked.
Did you find anything else? Is there any other like openings that were unknown?
No, but what you should see is through the hole. So they start walking you back. Again, in that back area, you notice a different, like this is kind of where the safe house area was, like in the front. There's definitely some boxes and some items for storage. If you remember, things had been like opened and like some of the like grain had been eaten. It's been disturbed, but not more from when you really remember. And then in the back of this portion you can see the rock that has crumbled away and eroded away, and the hole that seems to go down and further away into darkness.
Calliope heads towards it.
Okay.
Hey, we should have like plan. How far are we going? We just.
Do you want me to send something down to the hole to check it out ahead of us?
That could be a good idea.
Sure.
Look, we've looked. I don't think there's going to be any threats or dangers.
Okay. I mean, we only like our lives were on the line last time we were here. I'm just being precautious.
That's fair. We should all be ready for anything. This is BukBuk talking.
Calliope grabs her great axe.
Thank you. I feel better. I feel better.
All right. Are any of you particularly going first? You can see that BukBuk is kind of turning and giving a nod, and the rest of the pack are kind of strapping down. You can tell like some of their packs, they're kind of strapping different straps, getting ready to go through this narrower entrance. Calliope, you go through the hole, and you can tell that like there's like a stepwise kind of way down of rubble stone that's still part of this breakaway. It takes you a good 15-20 feet to get past this uneven kind of jaggedy pathway down. But once you get down, there's definitely a connection to a smoother tunnel. The ground is more not like hand worked or anything, but still smoother. Still, the textures are a little bit more curved and winding. Either the flow of liquid or gas. You would kind of think the tunnels, they look natural.
And as Calliope's making her way down, she's smelling around. Does she smell anything?
Go ahead and give me that check. Check
baby.
Check it out.
Check baby 1, 2. And what is this, perception? Ooh,
oh yeah.
Yes.
And if it's smell, I believe you get advantage, right?
It's 22 with without it, so I'll roll again. Oh, nope, it was 21 with it. So 22.
Okay. I can't remember. You didn't jump down because, or maybe you did. Do you remember if you jumped down before? Someone kind of
Jumped down with what?
Someone poked their head in the hole, I believe, last time y'all were
Calliope.
here. That was you. That's what I kind of thought. And you took a sniff last time, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think I recognized anything because
You didn't. I just like kind of sparked my own memory, and I'm proud of myself. You recognize this. I remember describing it as not a smells you're used to. There's definitely like this. It's a dust, but like long, unsettled. It's not dank. It's not moist. It's dry, and it is undisturbed. Like there's a lot of kind of smell to it. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of movement of the wind or smells. There's a lot of smell to it. I'll write that down for one of my top DM statements. There's a lot of smell to it.
All right. A lot of smell to it, but nothing that Calliope really recognizes.
Behind you, one of the other lupinal, part of BukBuk's pack, kind of takes the next chance to jump down. I need... Who would be in line to try to go next between you guys? Is there any one of y'all trying to chomp at the bit to get in, or...
Shay, we have to stay close to BukBuk.
Oh, I was saying stay close together, but yeah, okay, I'll follow your lead.
Okay.
Yeah, so Shay would make sure like they're kind of centered. She doesn't want to be at the back, but she doesn't want to be too far away from her crew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really just like Calliope kind of took the lead to go down. Everyone kind of paused, kind of that held breath moment as she made her way down kind of quickly. Calliope, give me a perception check.
Uh-huh. 14. Wait. 14.
As this lupinal figure kind of hops down next to you, for a second you see his face kind of go blank. And then like he kind of turns towards you, and he has a confused look on his face.
Are you okay?
He kind of looks around. We've been here before.
You and your pack?
He kind of looks up out of like kind of up towards. You can still see into the cavern. People are still kind of hanging out. No one's really. He's kind of looking up there, and then he looks back at you and says, I know I've been here before, but I don't remember it. And he's still kind of looking around, and up there, BukBuk kind of gives a nod to another one of his pack members. He says, "Well, we should, if you're okay, we should go a little further."
Yes.
Oh, sorry, this is up to Shay and Envy and Vesta, kind of.
Did we also hear the conversation?
I would say no, because I think BukBuk is also kind of talking through this. Like, people are talking up there too. Like BukBuk's talking to his own pack, saying, you know, be careful. Let's secure some rope in the. Like he mentions a spot. Like let's secure some rope just in case some of them aren't good climbers.
Idea. We going down?
After you, if you're ready.
Very uncomfortably with that. Okay. Shay will jump down.
Okay.
Or use the rope.
The rope's not yet. He was talking about. You can assume that he's talking about like maybe a further.
Like
spot.
an access point back.
Mm-hmm. So you go down. Another pack member kind of comes down behind you. You hop down. You see Calliope talking with one of these lupinals. And kind of as you get down and as this one behind you gets down, the one Calliope you're talking to looks at his pack mate and says, he doesn't say anything. He's just kind of watching him as he's coming down. And sure enough, as he comes down, like he kind of steps in, and then all of a sudden he looks around and he looks a little confused. And he looks back. They're kind of looking at each other right now with confused looks on their face. And the first one says, I know you. BukBuk. And they call up to BukBuk, and BukBuk's up there with Envy and Vesta. Something's not right.
With this very unsettling, confused moment, Shay is gonna just like turn to Calliope and like put her hand on Calliope's forearm and inspire her and grant her bardic inspiration. Yeah. And just like under her breath go, I don't know what's going on, but this feels weird. You have to protect us.
Yes, ma'am. And then Calliope turns to Lupinals and she says, "Are you getting any sense of danger?"
They both kind of shake their head no, and at this moment, BukBuk has made his way and is making his way down. He quickly kind of maneuvers over the rocks, and as the other two make room for him, it's not the most room down here. It's starting to get a little crowded. There's still a couple pack members, I'd say 2 more pack members up in the room, but BukBuk is now, so BukBuk 2-pack, Calliope 2-pack, and Shay. And as soon as BukBuk lands and stands up kind of full height, you see it right in his eyes, that initial blank stare, that confusion as he turns and looks around at all of you guys. That's odd.
Okay, what's odd? You guys keep saying it's weird. What's weird?
I know we've been here. I know we saw something. But now I don't know where it is.
Should we go deeper?
He looks around and says, I assumed we did. That's what I would have done.
Then let's go.
Shay, using her feet, her telepathic feet to Calliope will just go, whether it's words or images, Colin, because I know we're still trying that. Very just briefly convey altered memory and like kind of like confused question mark, and say that to Calliope in her head.
You get the message. Like it is kind of like a feeling. You get this confused, but like it's a hint. You get this hint of like there's magic that, like there's something could do this. Do we think it's magic that did this?
And then Calliope is gonna look at Envy and Vesta. Vesta, how far is Vesta?
She's still up in the. She's still kind of up, looking down on you guys.
I am absolutely last. I do not trust this. This seems suspicious. She is not into crawling into this damp, tight hole.
It's usually the best ones.
Crazy.
But Calliope looks at Envy and says, like, well, first off, Calliope's gonna like kind of like get a sense of herself. Does she feel like her memories or brain or whatever is like in jeopardy, like something's trying to actively work on it? Or just like,
sorry, I didn't know that was directed towards me.
yeah, does Calliope get the sense that she's like something's trying to hack her?
You haven't felt an intrusion, no.
Okay. You said that like there was like a but.
No.
Okay. Calliope is very eager to move forward and looks at Envy and says, magic.
Does the stakes seem high, or like, does it feel like I have like 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic, or
Who are you asking?
Cast you?
Me?
If it feels super tense, I would just cast it.
I mean, are you hearing the music? Tried to like.
Yeah, but that's been going on for the past like however long.
Are those the hairs on the back of his neck giving him some?
You know what? I'ma just cast it.
Just
First level Detect Magic, push out a
30-foot radius?
Yeah, centered on me.
You see your typical magic items that you've seen on your companion several times. You see the rune that seems to perpetually be on the back of your neck. And you don't see much. You see BukBuk, of course, does have some magic items. Each of the lupinals, it seems like maybe a magic weapon here, a magic like armor piece there spread across these lupinal warriors, but nothing else. But you can hold it if you want.
Yeah,
Right?
I'll hold it up for the next 10 minutes as we're going in case anything pops up.
cool.
I think this would be a good time before we go further to take our break, because I know that Lupin is home and ready to join in.
Oh, cool.
Yay!
Can I do
back
one
with
quick
Vesta.
thing before we go to break?
Yes.
Just because Envy started doing something that was 10 minutes to cast, and Shay was
No, I
like,
casted
No, he
it
casted
immediately.
it. Yeah, he decided to use the spell slot.
oh, okay. Shay would
The
like
DM
to.
gave me no choice.
Shay would like to. Is everybody within 60 feet
Yeah.
of Shay?
Yeah, even outside there, they're all kind of at this precipice of this hole going down into the tunnel, but it's still all within a 60-foot. Yeah.
Okay. Shay would like to cast motivational speech on everyone within 60 feet.
That's like minor blessing.
Well, it's
Hashtag.
5 creatures, and so I don't know how many lupinals are with us, but it would be obviously like Vesta, Calliope, Lupin, Envy, and BukBuk.
Okay. That's the
And-
list. Yeah.
And so it takes a minute to cast, and it's supposed to be a motivational speech, and she's not going to be real loud and performance about it, but she would be like kind of quietly just like, almost like she's like talking to herself, but talking to her like, we're going to be okay. This is good. We got this. This is fine. This is routine. No big deal. And it's casting motivational speech.
Cool. Awesome. So when we
Thank
come
you.
back, we will go wherever we're going, but we'll have Lupin here with us. Thanks, everybody. 10 minutes. 10 minutes is what we need. 10 minutes is what we will take. We'll
Enter
move back.
exclamation mark critical.
Yes, for the first giveaway, we will draw when we come back, and that will be the Griffin Co. giveaway of the evening. Stick around. We will be right back.
Woo!
Oh, you have time?
No.
And I've been here the entire time. I was
Lupin, it's so good to see you. It's not like you ever left, but hey.
Exactly. here the entire time, know exactly what's going on.
I didn't even try to impersonate your voice. I was thinking about it.
Good.
He
I know.
lies. He's lying.
It was only going to be offensive.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did anyone catch you up? No.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're exploring a hole.
Absolutely not. I don't think I said one
Fine.
word.
The hole with
Show up
Vesta's
on
chicken
time or
fingers.
you're shit out of luck.
It's fine. We're
Because
in
Vesta,
the hole.
who's gone for
In the
9 weeks.
hole.
Vesta is extra spicy tonight.
Yeah.
She said
Brand
like
is
2
extra
things.
spicy tonight.
So we come back rather quickly to a very kind of tense, confused moment.
Question: do you need to do a drawing right now?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
Just
we do.
FYI,
Thank you,
I mean,
John.
Yeah,
like-
good call.
Is that
Good.
the
I mean,
intense
keeping
moment?
us on track.
So this is for
The
the
suspense.
blah blah the Griffin Co. giveaway.
Gotta watch for Griffin Co.
Ooh,
Gotta
Griffin
watch
Co.
out.
Griffin Co.
The Nordic Geek, a faithful
Hey.
watcher of the channel. Congratulations, sir. I think for this one you contact G-Dubs. He knows you. You know him.
I'm just
You're
a
all good.
little jealous. I want to win from Griffin Co.
Yeah, me too. They have a dwarf set of minis that I'm actually.
I was just on their website last night, so if y'all haven't checked it out, there's lots of good spots. So.
Hey, there's another
Reverse
giveaway later tonight, so make sure you enter !critical into the chat to be entered into that critical dice giveaway at the end of the stream. Yes, thank you, John, for reminding me. Also, that does remind me too, we do have goal giveaways. We are at 35 out of 50 for our sub goal, and bits goal. Oh my gosh, good job. Our bits goal is high.
What's our bits goal?
42%.
2100, 42%. Yeah, cool, good work.
Really
Okay.
good.
I have lots of bits to give away, but
Are they
holding on to them. I'm
juicy
hoarding
bits?
them
I
like
feel
a
there's
dice
a joke in there.
Yeah, juicy
like
bits.
A
Juicy bits.
I agree. There's
Little
definitely
bits
jokes
or
to be
big
found in
bits
there.
or spicy bits.
Tiggle bits.
Ooh.
Giggle
We got
bits?
Tiggle
spicy,
bits.
we got salty, chocolatey.
At least Envy liked my joke.
Let's bring it back in. We are in a tense moment where BukBuk seems uncomfortable and confused.
Did we hear that they felt like they were? Because I know Vesta, Shay, Envy, possibly Lupin haven't gone down to where the other one was.
Shay
talking.
is down with Calliope.
Yes.
It's the three of us.
Lupin, Vesta, and a few.
Shay left me.
Yeah.
She has the torch.
Okay, but you have me.
Okay, but to be fair, BukBuk is the one that was like, after you, madame. And I'm like, fuck, dude, you're supposed to lead me, but okay. So,
But Vesta, you're like a nightlight that only works for yourself.
Oh my god! I pull out another torch and I
it's so
light
on
it.
brand.
But you
Mother-
could produce flame. You could just hold it like all pretty like.
Do you want me to just be your torch? That feels condescending.
But you're like all of our torches, Vesta. You're the torch of my life.
Oh my god! I'm going to vomit. I light the torch for him and I shove it at him. And
I have my own torch.
I was liking you so much until now.
Equipment.
I'd like to look around, says BukBuk.
Yeah. Calliope's already like venturing deeper into the cavern.
As you make your way, this tunnel seems relatively wide, and it's going. Well, I guess I'll ask you, which way do you go? There is part like to the left, it has more of an upward angle. And
What's it smell like to the
curves-
left?
Again, there's no movement to the air. Your
No.
smell is very good. There's no movement to it. Yeah.
Okay, left or right? Left.
Left.
Well, wait. Why don't we like investigate the ground? And Shay's gonna look on the ground with her torch and see if there's any indication if there's more tracks in one direction or the other.
Okay. Give me an.
Investigation.
Well, yes. Unless you really want it to be focused on tracks. Are you looking for tracks? I have to like focus it a tiny bit.
Honestly, I'm telling you, my ability scores are the same for both. So
Cool.
I think she
Just
was
look.
looking for not tracks specifically, but indications of movement in general.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the roll.
So is that investigation or survival?
Investigation.
Thank you. I'm gonna do my new digital dice, even though everybody hates D&D. I'm not gonna say it out loud. Oh,
Everyone
digital
hates.
What?
I was gonna say, everyone hates D&D. That's why we're all here.
Well, there was a word after that.
I know.
Yeah.
Another word
love
for
D&D.
after.
That was a 19 plus 2 for a total of 21.
You have the torch in hand, right? You have
Yeah.
the torch? Yep. You
I do.
get down on the you get low. You examine the ground. It's hard. There's stone and there's a very thin layer of dust. Just very thin layer and yes, as this tunnel goes, like as the most bottom part of the tunnel goes, the dust seems to be disturbed. The central part, because of that roll, was pretty good. The central part looks like potentially like water. Perhaps there's sometimes water that goes in, because like up to like the deepest part, and then as it comes up, there's a level where the dust just isn't present. Beyond that, you do notice kind of parts where a potential footprint or large claw stepped kind of like up and around to move through this tunnel, not just being in like this deep part. Multiple types of creatures. Some of them have 2 toes, some of them have 3 toes, some of them have a tail, some of them, you know, like there's a multitude of things you kind of find here, but it's all, because it's not like a lot of thick form, it's all dust. You're not able to gain like time or anything really.
But there is a definite pattern of direction.
Yes, there isn't a direction, but there's a pattern of traversal.
Traversion?
Is that's not the word. Traverse. That's
It
not
is
a word
now.
either, is it? Yeah, travision.
Calliope. Yeah. So, like with her torch, showing off all of these different tracks and pointing out, like, do we want to go in the direction that everything else has been going, or do we want to go towards where it's been coming from?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because if we go towards where they're all going, we're going to run into them. But if we're trying to figure out where the cavern started...
Should we break up?
No. Why would you ever? No. Shay, for like the first time ever, gets like very serious. Like, why would you
Okay, all right, let's
propose such a disastrous idea?
We can go in the direction that you would like to go first
I
toward.
don't know what direction I want to go first.
But you do, because if I say let's go where all of the footprints are headed to, what would you say? Yeah. So let's go the other way.
God, you know me so well.
Calliope, how did you do that?
That was some fucking mind.
Next level.
I'm actually not feeling like tacos. Yeah, who wants all those toppings and choices? Hey, thank you for the raid.
We
Careful
figured
cantrip.
out.
Welcome, guys. Welcome
We
in.
figured it out.
That
I
was
like
the
that
best
crowd
way
over
to
there.
find out what your girl wants to eat for dinner that night.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Oh, that was so good. Okay. So I guess Calliope and I start heading in the direction that the tracks came from. The majority of the tracks came from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calliope's
that's
ready.
to the right, kind of at the downward angle in this tunnel.
I want to go to the underground. Yes.
Okay, I need to ask the guys up top. Lupin, Envy, Vesta. You see the group down there kind of slowly take off. You see the light of Shay's torch start moving down the tunnel and away from where you are.
But not too fast. We're not going to be like moving at a we would know to wait for our group.
We agree that this seems like a really bad idea, right?
Just to clarify, in order for that to get to them, you're going to project down this.
Oh, I'm talking to just
Just
Envy.
okay, just Envy. Cool.
Yeah.
Envy's gonna look at Vesta. This is a new side of you I wasn't expecting on seeing so soon. It almost sounds like you're afraid.
Oh my god, don't stop with that bullshit. You can't manipulate me the way that Calliope just manipulates.
I have a torch. I have a torch, and you say I cannot manipulate? Come on, Vesta. We live once.
Yeah, we live once. That's why I don't really like the idea of running into a hole that apparently erases people's memories. But okay, let's jump in the hole. Lupin, you go first.
If you feel your memory is starting to fade, just burn the whole place down.
Great. Okay, Lupin, you go first.
Oh no, Lupin!
You're muted. You're muted.
This whole time, he was just muted.
I
No,
was
he
muted,
didn't.
God damn it.
He was just
Were you
whispering
talking?
so quietly, you know?
was.
Like,
God
Yeah.
damn it. I was gonna say, I'll go down, but like, I was gonna be like the last.
You'll go down?
yes.
I
Oh,
will.
we're so bad.
I'll do it so hard.
Ah! Don't change.
Just for that,
promise
Vesta
we're
will also
adults.
go down.
And
I'm gonna be the last
around.
person to go
Sugar,
in,
we're going
besides
down.
the back shield, so
Actually,
I can go down.
No. Vesta is intentionally letting other people go first because if something comes down that hallway, she wants the ability to turn back around and ditch y'all
Okay.
motherfuckers.
So,
Okay.
because the whole conversation happened and we were still up at the top, when we get to like the fork in the road, essentially, Envy wants to go with his torch the other way.
Oh my Jesus.
oh my
Okay.
god. Who's
Awesome.
chaotic?
Y'all, somebody really took the
Ooh.
chaos thing
Who the
seriously
fuck is
tonight.
this guy?
Let's do it! Let's split the party unintentionally!
Absurd.
Maybe
Okay.
they'll
It's
just,
not real.
connect to each other.
You know what? You're just salty because Shay dropped down on the cliff before Envy did.
Yes, she abandoned me! She left me!
Who
So leave
abandoned
my
who?
side, Envy. Peace out,
All right, I need to know. I need to know what pandemonium is going to happen.
Panda.
We don't know.
Panda,
Me
panda.
and you are together. They
So yeah, this.
Yeah.
We need to take this moment and figure out. So we know that BukBuk and Envy aren't together. BukBuk is with Shay and two of his pack and Cherie. Calliope, sorry.
It's okay. I am
yes.
Cherie.
And then now Envy's going the other direction. So Lupin, Vesta, and the two other lupinal pack need to decide where to go.
Well, did I go down before Envy?
Technically, you did.
I would have well.
Okay, so if I did that, I would probably know to try to follow the group. So if I was to lead that, I would try to do that. Well, I would try to do
Either
that,
way,
I guess.
you give me a perception check.
Sure.
You haven't rolled. You've been here all night and you haven't rolled. I want you to feel like
No.
you're involved in this game.
21!
You're in the well.
Woo!
Woo.
Just because you're
Receptive
always aware
AF.
of stuff, as you're following the light of Envy's torch, you catch the peripheral just kind of off the stone. The light diverts away from you as you were tracking with your hearing people coming down behind you, and through tracking, hearing, and seeing the light, you know that Envy has taken the other direction in the tunnel.
I mean, would I have not known that before? Because I would have had dark vision, so light's not really a problem.
But you
I
were in
guess.
front of him. You were going first, following the group that was already going to the right. He decided to go left, behind you.
Okay. Well,
So you just keep going. I mean, you're aware of it.
I mean, I will mention it then, and I say, are we meaning to go this direction? Because it doesn't seem like the rest of the group went this way. I will say that in this little cave area.
It's
That feels
fine.
very
Lupin, me
passive-aggressive.
and Vesta can go down this way, and we will just meet you all back here.
You're
Indeed.
serious right now?
Destiny
Yeah,
tonight.
does Shay and Tree
Like,
hear that?
I feel more protected with Vesta here. I'm trying to get brownie points, Lupin.
I mean, cool. It's your funeral, literally. So
Do we know? Do we hear this?
Really? Because I'm the healer. So.
Let me
No.
ask. Let me ask.
Lupin.
Okay, let me ask this question real quick. Of Calliope and Shay, honestly, like BukBuk here isn't taking the lead. He's walking very cautiously. But if either of you want to set a faster pace, let me know right now. So your tunnel. Let's get a little description out there. Your tunnel, it's still rather wide. Like you're not like touching the sides. This is about like 10 feet tall and about 8 feet to the side. You have some room. It's not huge. Actually, I'd even say like 12 feet tall. Like in areas, there are areas that get down to 10 feet tall, and there's areas that open up to like bubbles where there seems to be like maybe 40 feet across or 50 feet across in like this bubble. Before continuing on, the ground is mostly smooth except for parts where like these tunnels kind of there's like chambers almost where there'll be like a part of the tunnel that is a certain diameter and size, and you'll get to an area that it widens out, but like between these intersections the stone there is a little bit more rough, it's a little more broken, but through the long parts of these tunnels it's very smooth and natural. Are you guys going quickly or just...
I feel like Calliope is looking for booby traps.
Okay, so you're kind of taking the lead, looking around on the ground?
Yeah, and all alongside the broken parts of the stone that seem like maybe somebody chiseled into it so they could stick a thing that shoots out at you when you walk by.
Sure, go ahead and give me this is investigation for sure.
See.
Hi, Poppy.
Hi, puppy.
Where are we?
All right. 14.
So you have this idea, and you're running your hands like kind of along the wall while you're looking on the ground and looking up, and you notice like your hand goes across the point where there is like a very like not symmetrical, it's not the term, but like perfect, or like a circle, not rough, very smooth, coming out of the wall that you think, oh my gosh, this is it, like this is a drilled hole that a bolt's going to shoot out of here, and you kind of and then you realize, like you turn towards it and look, and it's natural, it's just a little divot, and as you like, do you have a light source? No, but you have dark vision.
Eyeballs.
Yeah, they aren't a light source, they just can see a lot.
They're pretty cool.
As you like examine where your hand is passing over, occasionally there are these spots where like it looks like holes or divots or bubbles into this tunnel like into the stone work of this tunnel. Very natural appearing, just kind of like the stone here has these holes in smaller tunnels through them.
Interesting. Calliope's gonna blow into one. See what happens.
Okay.
Put our fingers in holes and now you're blowing in them? What are you doing?
I mean, that's usually a good order of operations.
So many jokes. Give me a investigation check.
All right.
Hey, girl, roll it.
Oh, really? That's a 15.
Okay. So you're a large tigress of a woman. You give it a good like, and you see like different parts of the stone. You see like these little spurts, jets of like dust come out. You can tell that there's some kind of connection of these tunnels. And after, like, as everything settles down, you hear like an aftershock of like a rumbling of stone. And as you're looking at this hole, you see something kind of shift inside.
Oh, boy. Is it worms? Are there worms in there that can see us?
Do you want to try to look?
I do.
Mm-hmm. So, this time give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, mother. Oh, I'm inspired.
Mm-hmm.
D8, baby.
Okay, a D8.
And it's unfailing. So if it doesn't work, you can still keep it.
Oh, cool. Okay, this one's a D8. Okay, so, and you said perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $10.
Total?
Total.
Mm-hmm.
With the D8. I rolled.
We'll keep it because I doubt that fucking passed.
Yeah, it didn't pass. So, then I only rolled the 1 on the D8, so 9.
As like you're trying to find, like you notice that there are certain parts there, your breath like puffed out and kind of unsettled certain areas, and there's just like a shifting of certain rocks and small stones in some of these tunnels as like you blew out, and they were a little heavier. They didn't blow out like the dust, so they kind of resettled back into, y'all can't see my hands, like resettled back into crevices and low points of these natural tunnels.
All right. Well, based on that information, Calliope is going to continue.
Mm-hmm. So y'all keep going in this open space. Let me go back. This is going to be interesting. I'm kind of jumping back and forth here. Envy, yeah. Like, do you press forward?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vesta, do you follow? Okay. 2 of the lupinal also follow you guys. So you do
I need you to understand this, Envy, that if you die, I'm going to cut your tail off and I'm going to wear it as a good luck charm. So don't die.
Feels antithetical for the...
Are these 2 lupinal that are with us wearing, like, red vests or anything?
No.
If you know, if you know, you know. It's a Star Trek reference.
Oh.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ensign, right?
No.
Ensign?
I mean, just red shirts, but yes.
Red shirts,
yeah.
They're with you. Lupin, you kept, which way did you go? Where are you going?
Ultimate question.
I mean, with Lupin moving as quickly as he can, technically...
He can't be at both places at once. He hasn't broken the game. He hasn't broken the game that much yet.
I've never seen our GM be so defensive.
I can move 300
It's your character
feet
design
a
too.
turn.
You made this character.
Yeah. He never thought we would break up.
He's in one place, okay? One place. But which place is it, Don?
I will go with Envy and Vesta. Why not?
Okay.
Sounds so thrilled.
Yeah. Wow.
Super excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vesta, Envy, Lupin. You're walking in this tunnel. Like initially, it had this upward grade, and then it leveled off, and then it kind of turned a little bit, and then would turn back. I'm gonna say you're walking for like 5 minutes before we get an update, and for this 5 minutes, there's never incline or decline that seems to be cumulative. You kind of go up, you kind of come down, but like keeping track of elevation. It's not leading towards a point. The tunnel kind of widens out and comes back in. Oh, it's just going to stop all the sounds.
Birds?
That's even more ominous.
Dun, dun, dun.
I haven't...
Silence.
Yeah, I don't like it. Baby, come back. The stonework remains this like smooth wave-like flowing tunnel with divots and small worm-like tunnels. I'm just going to use that as a descriptor worm-like tunnels that seem to kind of work their way along the walls and ceilings and ground. Like there's no distinct like ground wall ceiling. It's all this just circular stonework that has these features in it all around. You go for 5 minutes. Let's get an update. Do you want to keep going forward? You've now left. You don't hear the other group behind you. You've walked for 5 minutes on this path that just seems to kind of stay level to the ground, stay in its current size and format.
Yeah.
It's not your turn. Stay on your side of the tunnel.
I'm just saying. You didn't come all the way down here to not do it.
Loser's gonna lose.
What?
The tunnel is a circle, you said? It's like circular?
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell if the tunnel is like, it was like drilled or
Oh, it's not the size of that thing, right? That machine?
That's a good question for you on the other side of the tunnel. Vesta, give me a nature check.
nature? I was really hoping for an investigation.
Oh.
Wait, I'm with Vesta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you are.
Okay. Yeah. Was like on the other side of the tunnel.
No,
Where
you're
am I?
I'm wrong.
You
You're
think
there.
that you said nature?
Yeah.
That's a 7.
By the way, chat, you can give luck and inspiration to the players
Ah.
when if you're subscribed to our Twitch channel.
Hey, Envy, did you help me with that? Lupin?
Well,
I mean, I really
since the
can't.
DM hasn't said yes or no, I can try and guidance. Are you looking around for stuff? Like, what are
I'm
you
just
doing?
trying to like.
Actually,
I'm looking
Vesta,
to see. Yes.
go ahead and give me another roll to give you advantage on this.
Thank you.
If she's
Don't
like
know why.
actively
Don't know why.
changing from us just walking down the path, then I would try and guidance her.
Oh no.
Are you guided, Rosie? Do I get
Yes.
to count
Yeah.
that?
You can add the D4 to any
D4.
roll. It's not another D20, it's just a D4.
D4. Yeah. I put a D4 in. That's a 9 plus 3 for a 12, which is at least above half.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for giving me the reference. I'm giving you advantage because you've seen tunnels like this before.
Oh yeah. I've absolutely picked up on that.
Okay.
You don't know that I don't know. You know that I don't know.
Yeah.
I know.
You don't know that
You don't know that
what
Vesta
I
does.
know.
Yeah, Vesta
Yeah.
knows,
Yeah.
but you don't know.
Yeah. Do I? It's just been tunnel. There's been no like offshoots.
Not really.
I think we should keep going. I'm into this now. I will not murder you for dragging me down this tunnel. without
See,
the
this
right
is
to
fun. This is bonding. Oh, Lupin,
I didn't
you're
say
here?
it was fun.
I mean, I can not be here. I can just leave, I guess.
No. I mean, you're here with us to join in on the fun. We're on the fun train, or equivalent of Solon trains. We're on the fun wagon, and they're on the not as fun wagon.
Uh-huh.
We're having fun. Hater.
Are you though?
We
I mean,
didn't
I don't
hear
know
that.
that y'all are having fun.
We are not having fun because we didn't hear his
Fun.
haunting comment about fun.
Just
Yes.
saying.
Let's shift to the other side of the tunnel.
Let's before we say
Okay.
something else.
First thing, Colin,
Yes.
Chelsea would like to know if with Shay's passive perception, if she noticed that the group is split.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, I mean, it's not. Yeah, you would notice.
Calliope! BukBuk! Where the fuck is everyone else?
BukBuk kind of looks
Like-
back.
Looks back.
Why didn't they go this way? We told them we were going this way.
Did we?
It's not uncommon for crews to split up to search a space.
Good idea.
Did they hear the part that we were down here and we don't remember anything?
Well, no, that was just us having that conversation.
Shit.
And then, and where are the rest of your men? Did they go with them?
He kind of looks at you and gives you this, like...
I am going to, because Chelsea genuinely doesn't know how Shay would take this right now, I'm going to roll a d20 to decide if she's going to try and persuade the party to go back to get them or keep going in the direction that they went. So 1 to 10 that we keep going on the same path, and 11 to 20
Where's
if
your
we
chaos?
go back. What?
Where's your chaos? This is too organized. But go for it. Go for it.
Because, like, yeah, she's very neutral. Like, she's true neutral. That's
Thanks for
an
the
8.
follow, Meerkat Manor. 8.
That's an 8, which means Shay is like, well, obviously they saw our torches. They knew what direction we're going. I don't know what they thought going the other way. They'll figure it out.
All right. You guys continue on.
Shay's
That was like, you say that and that's like the break moment where like BukBuk kind of gets the break to keep on moving forward and y'all press forward.
And he presses on with us, so
Mhm.
he's not okay.
Yeah. You go, and as you're going down further, you notice that the walls, you were kind of tracking these segments separated by rough rubble rock. And as you continue down this path, the smooth stone does start to change a little bit. It loses some of that smooth edge and becomes a little bit more rough and porous. There's like these bigger pockets in like this porous stone, and for a moment you get to a point where like it's not as easy. It's not this wide tunnel that's easy to maneuver. It's a little bit more difficult. You have to find some handholds here and there. And you're making your way down. And
Gotcha.
you did. This is Shay, Calliope,
BukBuk, and however many
and
soldiers.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, and me.
Okay.
Yeah, you just keep being a little conspirator over there.
We're going to go back up to Envy's group. You guys press forward. The tunnel, maintaining this long, kind of unbroken smoothness, starts to... The circumference starts to shrink a little bit. And it gets a little tight. Very gradually, though. And, but you do, after about 15 minutes walking down this tunnel, you do get to a point where you're going to have to go to all fours. Like, it's really starting to be, and as it narrows, it becomes a little bit more, like, curvy. There's parts that kind of, like, turn almost a full switchback around. Not quite that drastic, but do like, it's no longer a direct path. There's definitely like wider turns and more interesting pathways. Still with this like upward direction.
Are we satisfied? Like, is this enough? Can we stop? Can we...
You don't want to go further, Besta?
I mean, do we think that it actually leads somewhere?
I mean, it has to lead somewhere, but it's getting smaller?
Ugh, hold on while I pull up my list of wild shape and see what has dark vision so that I can crawl down this hole for you.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna switch this giant torch to my candle, and then
God. I wasted a torch for this.
No, I have the torch.
Yeah,
still.
you
I'm
can
just gonna blow
reuse
out.
it. It's like, it's like that cigarette that you're too drunk to finish and you just like knock off the edge and
I'll
throw it
save
back
it
in the
for
pack.
Candle much easier.
Is it small enough? I really want to be a bat, but I don't want to be a bat and then not be able to fly.
Yes.
A walking bed
Yeah.
with chicken legs.
Yeah. You know what?
I don't think
have
backs walk very fast. I don't think it's a graceful motion.
I think their movement's like 10 feet.
Fine. I'll be a spider.
I mean, you can be a. I don't know what a bat is, probably, but you can like hang on and be crawl through.
No, I wanted to be able to go ahead when they get small enough that we can't fit anymore.
Oh, spider. Yeah, that would.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. This is not confession. This is not us bonding. You don't get to use this against me in the future. Wipe that look off of your face or I won't tell you. Thank you. Okay. When I go to see other place for other job, and I met dragon, and there was dragon. There were tunnels like this that they had carved to live in, and it was like a house in a mountain. But the tunnels were not this small. Dragons are very big. This is silly. This is like baby dragon egg crawl out to create life. I don't know. Just thought I'd let you know that the tunnels are similar. I'm going to turn into spider now. Goodbye, spider form.
And leaving with this information, take with it what you will.
Fucking Vesta decides when this conversation is over.
Yep. And poof into her favorite form.
Yeah, fuck spiders, man.
Yeah,
Give me
I know
fucking-
Ashley hates spiders.
Give me a flying speed so I can be a
Spiders
bat.
are the best.
Spiders are the worst.
Like, I can't believe you just turned into a spider. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, well, they have dark vision.
Like, above table, like,
They have dark vision, so that's why I chose it. But
she
now that
is
I'm
being very brave, you guys.
All right.
Envy will take this time to emboldening Bond since he feels so privileged to
oh my god.
have this sharing moment with Vesta. But he'll embolden Bond, him, Vesta, and Lupin. Sorry, other lupinals guys.
Yeah.
I can only do 3. And then we'll kind of like progress into
Ooh, you know what? I lied. Vesta into snake.
Snake. Nice. Envy, give me that D100, sweet goodness.
Oh yeah! Oh gosh, this could just like explode in my face.
B100.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Sniper!
72.
All right. You bond your fellow teammates with your divine magic. Let's go ahead and keep going with this for now. You turn to a snake. You start a Slytherin.
I lied. I really like the spider because the spider can go further.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's like.
I need to trust
Which
myself.
shape is she taking?
I need to trust myself and not.
I see that amalgamation of, like, spider, snake, spider, and until it finally takes its final form.
It's
like,
a centipede.
flying.
Except one of the legs is just like the tail end of the spider.
It's a
Just
snake with, like,
one.
a couple of legs and back.
That's just the best at wild shaping.
Yeah.
She really... She gets creative
is
with
she
that
even
shit.
good
From
at
the,
normal
from the
wild
race?
shaping?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't seen her shape.
I'm really clearly bad at wild shape. Nobody ever taught me that part
She's
when I was
still
at druid
learning
school.
her craft, right? Like, she's still...
So, and you can do that's like an hour long for wild shape. How long is wild shape? 10 minutes or an hour, or a minute?
Hour?
Oh, not-
A minute.
She can hold the form for
Uh-uh.
like an
I can
hour currently.
hold
Yeah.
the form for
Okay.
an hour.
Cool. And at this time, Envy's hanging back with
Wait, no.
Luke.
Half of my druid level rounded down. So for level 6, I can stay in it for 3 hours.
Cool. That's good. So Lupin, Envy, and 2 lupinals are staying behind, while Vesta moves ahead.
Oh, it's
and
so small we can't even crawl in?
You can for a little bit further if you'd like to.
Okay, I'll just crawl in with the candle.
Okay, so there's a spider being followed by Envy and a candle,
If you fucking
kind of
squish
on
me.
all fours. He's gonna give you a little
Torch.
bit, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you like room.
The pathway definitely gets smaller rather quickly, as it is also kind of angling upward. You're definitely gaining elevation quickly here. There are now, instead of being small worm-like holes on the side, there are some holes that are bigger where you feel like you could. Well, there's a lot of things I can't say here because I'm playing with children.
Excuse
But
me,
just like- You also notice at this point. What?
We're all preteen
Another
boys
child?
at this
Is
point.
that what you're about to
I'm
say?
not a child. I teach middle school.
Yeah. You have to
That
be in
makes
the
it even-
mindset. You know, you can't
or even
relate to
more.
them. You can't relate to them unless you're like they're in the mindset.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Before she gets out of sight, because I have
Yeah,
to be
you
within
kinda
30
stop.
feet of her.
Okay,
to
so like
do emboldening bond.
we get to a point here where like Envy is like arms back, shoulders kind of like shimmying. I can't say that word. Shimmying through this tight. I mean, we're talking like 3 feet across. It's getting cramped.
I'll clutch my holy symbol, mutter some incantations, and twin a shield of faith, because we're bonded. We're like,
Shield of faith.
yeah. So both my and Vesta's AC, while I concentrate on this, is going to increase by 2.
But is there a range to maintain concentration, or is it good if she goes out of your
It's
range?
just as long as she's within the 60 feet normal, she'll doesn't have to stay within 60 feet. I just have to see her in the 60 feet range. But then I can concentrate on it for up to 10 minutes. So even if she has to go further out past
as long
our
as
bond,
you can see her.
It says a shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration.
It's
So-
not concentration.
It is. Yeah, shield of faith is concentration.
Okay, but you're just concentrating the magic. She can get out of the range once it's cast, and it's still on there. Got it. So basically, at this kind of like little bit of time, you get to the point where you can't. If you try to go further, your head's to the side, like you're gonna get stuck if you try to go too much further. And you see this spider scurrying in front of you, kind of like as the tunnel kind of weaves and bobs. You'll see it like disappear behind a curve, and then through a hole, like you'll see it kind of reappear, and you actually see a glimmer as light flashes across the shield. Vesta, as you're running, you see that some of these tunnels do, in fact, lead. There seems to be some kind of light source or outside. You can feel now here a tiny bit of air current as you're getting towards the end of this tunnel. And just beyond Envy's vision, just a couple more feet, this tunnel breaks into like several small tunnels. It's no longer a central corridor, small tunnels that you can, if you want to, because you're a small spider, climb up and see that you are now like in the Badlands. Like this is just a little hole under a bush in the Badlands.
Like spider-sized hole.
It's a little bigger. You notice that like it's rough. It's not smooth. It's rocks, but like the smooth part is on the bottom, and you can tell like once you kind of get out, there's a little ravine in the ground. So apparently, like rain. This is a path of rain that like on the outside in the Badlands, whenever there is rain, comes down this tiny, just like not creek, but like
Avernus.
whatever it is, just like, and gets to this point, and the water just disappears. And the water gets underground and goes through these tunnels here.
Huh. get to keep my stats as a spider, right? So I'm gonna scurry up one of those to just like peek out into the Badlands. And since I've had an aerial view of the Badlands, can I tell where I am in relation to the city? Like how far we went in these tunnels?
You're also a spider.
I know. Asking the heart. Shuri, do not put spiders in the chat.
She can be a spider, but she can't visualize a spider, okay?
Rune.
Basically, coming up in your spider form, there's like a dry shrub next to you. This hole is kind of at the roots. It kind of follows this root system of this dry shrub down into these underground caverns. You can't tell. I mean, it is a vast expanse in front of you. Looks like the Badlands.
Not even if I scurry up that branch and dangle with my 8 little legs.
From like you get a little bit of elevation on the branch and you see just like
spider form. Look at her wiggling.
You see like these massive waves of wind pushing. Siri, stop it! Massive wave of sand, and like every once in a while this bush like gets this burst of wind and you have to hold on really tight as like for a brief moment you are assaulted with a strong wind, sand getting even in your tiniest of spider eyes. It's rough out there. Like it is hard for you right now to even try to get a view because the harsh landscape of the Badlands.
Whale shit. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm a spider. So I'm gonna scurry back down the bush.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I will. See, who's the one with the middle schooler mentality?
Totally me, 100% Ask John, my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a spider, right? So you're gonna make I'm gonna make you miserable. While I'm going down, can I keep an eye out for spider webs? Do I see any spider webs?
Give me a perception check.
Where is my character sheet? 23.
23. So you glance around your immediate surroundings. You're a spider, tiny imagine. You're within this entangled desert shrub, wind pushing, dark clouds churning above you, sunlight just trying to break through every once in a while, a dim light above you. You look around for clues, spider webs, anything, and as you're scanning, you look back down towards the hole you came from. You kind of spot a few other entrances around this like sand on top of broken rock bed that goes further down, and right then you see 2 eyes and a carapace shell a good ways away from you.
What the fuck does the word carapace mean?
Insect armor?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Know that. You learn something more
kind
new
of
every day.
Crunched up like in some rocks, but that you definitely see the 2 eyes. You're a spider? Does
I keep my
Vesta,
stats.
you keep your stats in your consciousness, right? So like Vesta doesn't know what insects are because you're not a spider, you're Vesta. So some creature is watching you amongst the rocks that you spot right at this moment.
I wanted webs, Colin. I feel like you're about to try and kill me as a spider. Okay.
Weren't you warned not to go into the Badlands?
Yeah, I was. And then Envy drugged me into a tunnel. So I'm just gonna...
You went willingly.
He dragged me. I don't know what you're talking about. Can I let go? Is there, like, where's the hole in relation to me?
You're above it now. I mean, it's...
I'm directly above it?
Gosh, this is insect movement. So I can't say feet. You're not like 5 feet above it. You're like a foot above the hole.
But I'm a spider. I don't have very much mass. Okay, I'm gonna scurry back down the bush towards the hole. Goodbye.
Give me an acrobatics or athletics check as a spider.
I am so stressed out right now.
Me too.
This is like planet Earth right here.
Yeah, it is.
I am like envisioning all of it.
Spiders are not rolling well.
What was that, Envy? Like when your camera came back, there was like a different person looking at us.
That was like the snap camera. It almost looked like a spider web.
That was
Is
really
it?
weird.
Sorry, you said acrobatics or?
Whichever the spider is better at, athletics,
Well,
or whichever you're better at, I guess. If you're the stats of the spider. The stats of a spider.
8.
You scurry quickly, and as you make it down, there's a brief moment where this creature that you noticed quickly darts, and you think, "Oh gosh, it's coming for me." But it actually goes beyond you, and you see as you're making your way into the hole you're aiming for, you hear this squeak as you watch this, to you, giant scorpion manage to get up on a small mouse and tail in, inject venom into this mouse as you scurry back down the hole.
I love it. Does the hole seem scorpion-sized? Does the hole seem mouse-sized? Does it seem like I'm in a mouse tunnel at this point?
No, you don't think the mouse you don't think the mouse could make it all the way, no. To the
Okay.
underground tunnels. Maybe not even the scorpion too.
Okay. I'll scurry back down this tunnel, back towards my group.
Okay.
Still looking for spider webs, though.
Give me one more perception check.
That's something. Ooh, 19. That is 26.
26. No spider webs. No, I mean, as you scurry back down, your kind of more natural instincts kick in to kind of say, this seems all natural to you. Like, it makes sense. This is like a water pathway down into the ground.
Okay. I return to the group as my spider. I'm not turning back out of the spider, though. I'm just going to crawl up on Envy and crawl into a pocket and make him carry me back to wherever we're going.
Yeah, as she gets back, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, what did you see? Did you see anything interesting?" And as I'm like backtracking backwards out of this cave, was it exciting? Oh.
So obviously
Make my
you
way
can't
back to
respond.
Lupin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
get
why
back.
I'm doing it.
You get back to this point where Vesta, if you'd like to, you can drop your animal form.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm going to make them carry me around. I can be as a spider for 3 hours. So see you guys in 2.5.
As I come out, I'm gonna go, Vesta went poof. To Lupin.
I was gonna say
It's like, yeah. Okay, so I guess where we're going. If this is a dead end, other way, let's meet up with them.
I guess so. I mean,
Technically, you don't know it's a dead end. Just to be fair, Vesta hasn't said anything. She's a spider.
Oh.
but she went poof, so.
Okay, so I guess we can keep waiting here until she comes back, I guess?
Oh no, that's not necessary. I mean, you know. Poof things go poof. And I'm gonna take my candle and start walking back where we came from.
What the hell is happening?
I don't know, but Envy is fucking on one. tonight,
This
y'all.
group is
Like, who is he? Somebody do like a check on if it's him.
Y'all all have heard
I'm
of
not there.
like
I'm just
hangovers. This is what
above
happens
table
when
trying to
Envy
say.
uses too much magic the day before.
He gets a
He's
little
just
loopy.
loopy.
You're the guy that's like down for anything. You're down to clown, buddy. You're just, yeah. You're a yes man. Let's go.
Yes.
More of a no man tonight. Like, fuck
So-
that. I'm going this way. We're going that way. Fuck that. We're going that way. Fuck them. They want to fuck me. Fuck them back.
Fucking you.
And a fuck of you. And a fuck of you. And
Mario? No.
Oh god.
Okay, but serious question. Envy walks off. Is Vesta the spider like on your shoulder?
She like climbed into one of my pockets or something.
Cool. Lupin, the other Lupinals take off behind Envy. I'll say that you don't have to roll for this. Like, they are fucking confused. These
Yeah.
these
Yeah, they are.
companions that you have beside you are literally like every time you kind of glance at them, they just kind of give you this like, what?
What? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling that.
This is worse for John because he came in like halfway, so it's like, what is happening?
Okay,
Let's-
I guess moving out.
Yep. Okay, so you guys start heading back the other way. Let's zoom back to Calliope, Shay, BukBuk, and 2 other Lupinals making their way through this more rough rock work here. I need now you go for another 10 minutes. You think for a second that it's getting gradually more difficult to traverse, but you then after right at this 10-minute point, you kind of push through. Like, you think you've reached a point where it's impassable, but like this porous stone, instinctually you kind of reach out and you just like push and it breaks away. And you kind of hop down and you're into another cabin, and it was one of the other Lupinals that kind of went up and pushed the stone away. One of the pack guys that went and pushed it away and kind of made the path forward. And as you kind of hop down, the pour stone again changes. You're on more substantive stone. It's thicker. It's full. It's filled. It's solid. But it doesn't so much have this flowing nature anymore. It's a little bit more natural, undisturbed terrain. It levels off, and it seems that you are in a larger chamber. But you are kind of watching from the back. The Lupinal kind of pushed forward and has now hopped down, and is looking in this space before you, or in front of you.
naturally would like to try and perceive the area in front of us.
So you want to get down on the same level as him?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a acrobatics check or athletics, just because this last little bit, it's going to take you a little bit of maneuvering to get through without like scraping yourself or...
Acrobatics or athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Calliope, do you want to like sniff with that lovely snout of yours before I jump down?
Yeah, well, Calliope is gonna end up going down as well.
Oh, she's not even gonna smell around.
She's smelling as she goes. Yeah.
So you
Alright.
say that, and she kind of goes for the smell, but continues forward.
Okay, I rolled a 22. Athletics.
A 22 athletics. So are you? I would say at this point, as long
I
as you're not
followed her.
competing her, you're following her. Okay,
Yeah.
Calliope. I also would like an acrobatics or athletics roll from you.
Okay, and that's eels.
And don't forget you have.
That's a dirty 20. Plus 1 is dirty 21.
So both of y'all rolled above a 20.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
But what about my smell?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So you make it down and smell like this is a threshold. As you cross into this area, there is a new scent profile. I mean, like, trying to describe the sense, it's not so much describing the sense to you, but it's more that the air in here has stayed relatively separate from the air that you were smelling earlier. And there's not a lot of movement, but that's pretty much all you get. Different profile, though. You feel like you've crossed a threshold.
Okay. Is it familiar?
No.
Okay.
And in fact, there's this new smells, and like as you're trying to like work through each of these individual new smells in your mind, because you're freaking Lionkin, you can do that. One of them, there's now a new addition, potentially of a water source, a humidity source. There's more of a mildewy, damp than there was before. It was very dry before.
Okay. Calliope's moving forward through it with her great axe.
So again, you've made it down to this platform where what this is now, like as far as your vision goes, the walls kind of go off around you, in front of you, beyond your vision. This is more like a larger, maybe chamber. It's hard to tell. It's beyond your vision.
Oh, well, she's going to go deeper into it.
Which, are you going along a wall, or are you just going straight forward?
I feel like she would have an opinion on that, and that it would be along the wall.
Okay. Are you like feeling along the wall?
No, not quite, but just walking.
Just walking, okay?
Hear it.
You're walking along this. It's interesting. Like, the ground is relatively level, not worked. Like, it has its natural kind of like ups and downs, but it's relatively level. The walls have this mixture. Like, there are areas that are smooth and complete, and then there's pockets where there's very porous. Most of the time when you encounter that porous rock, it's in these divots. It's in these like breakaways in the wall that you're kind of following. And there's this like more crumbly, porous rock. You go for 20 feet, 40 feet, 60 feet, 100 feet. You're going a good distance. Anything else, the other two, anything Shay you'd want to do? BukBuk's kind of...
Well, I feel like Shay has been hanging out with Calliope long enough that she knows that Calliope's using her senses to assess the environment. So she doesn't necessarily ask, but she's just paying attention. Like, she sees her sniffing around. She doesn't give her any information. Okay. But as they go through, if Shay's understanding that this is some kind of like larger section, she's going to cast Mage Hand and pull out her extra candle, because she was given a torch by Vesta, and give the candle to her Mage Hand, which only has a range of like 30 feet. But as they go along, is going to use the Mage Hand, that additional 30 feet, to be checking visually, like above and around where they aren't. You know, like continuing to like study the periphery as they go along.
So more along the wall or more away from the wall?
Away from the wall, because they're already at the wall with the torch.
They're at the wall, yeah.
So it would be like into the empty space and or like above.
Okay.
Whichever, right? Like kind of moving Mage Hand around. You know, like I kind of imagine like literally being in this large open space underground and being like sending off. Where would I be? Like, it's not a flashlight, but like my Mage Hand is my flashlight. Yeah. Like, where I would just be constantly kind of like moving it around. Do I see anything?
So let's get straight perception checks from Shay, Calliope, and I'm going to roll for the 2 lupinals with you.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Don't forget you have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, yay, cool.
Just saying. You can save it, though, because if this is just a No, actually, it would have been used up. It's only last 10 minutes.
Perception?
Yes.
It's only last 10 minutes.
Yeah, so it would be up at this point.
It's gone. Never mind.
Well, never mind.
I lied.
That's okay.
I inspired you shortly.
Yeah. 18. Oh, wait,
19.
no, 19. 19.
Same. 19.
2 19s. This method you have, looking around Calliope with her dark vision, Shay with her torch and candle, and sniffing, you go 100 feet, 200 feet. The wall, right around like 300 feet, the wall does kind of curve, that maybe you've reached a part of this cave where it's maybe one of the extremes of this cavern, and it kind of turns to the right. Do you wish to keep going? It's I will say, like, you feel like you're not that, 300 feet, you're not that far from the entrance to the cavern. Like, you can't see it because your light source isn't that great, but there hasn't been any obstructions or anything as looking with your mage hand and the candle. It's been open space mostly. They're completely. A few stalagmites, right? Those are the ones from the bottom.
All right. Well, Calliope is still investigating.
Do y'all want to keep going down this wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me another perception check.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a nice natural one.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not too far behind you or ahead of you. So let's see. Perception 13.
You guys are investigating and watching, and luckily, because of the mage hand and candle, you come to a part where, although the wall seems to be following the same trend, the ground there is a drop off. And you get to this spot, and you catch yourselves before seeing that if you could easily step off this drop off, and currently you can't see how deep it is or how far it goes. But the wall kind of keeps there. The roof, you can see in your periphery the roof starting to come down. Potentially the roof also kind of follows this trend of dropping off here. But you've definitely gone, I don't know, if to the left and then around. So you feel like you've gone maybe around. If this chamber is a circle, you've gone halfway around the circumference. So you're across from where you kind of entered, where then there's this drop off here.
And how big is it? Does it look? I mean, I know we said
It's
you can't see
beyond your vision, yeah.
I know we can't see down, but I mean, how big is the opening around?
You can't see across either. Like the way the roof goes down, you really can't see. You just see
even a mage hand with 30 feet. It's
right.
all open still.
It's kind of at so here's the ground. The ground drops off beyond your vision. The roof goes.
The ceiling.
The ceiling goes at an angle downward with this drop off, so you can't really see.
How big does the drop off hole look? Not deep.
It's not a hole. Looking back, there was a ridge that you weren't really close enough to the center to see as you were going around the periphery. There's a ridge, so as far as you can tell, for a certain distance back towards the way you came, this drop off kind of intersects this entire cavern. You only are seeing it now as you round the corner and come around.
Okay.
Shay's gonna throw the candle into the abyss.
You watch as the candle falls. You hear a bounce as about 80 feet down it hits something, and you see the candle quickly get propelled forward as if it bounced off something, and then flickers out.
What the fuck are we doing? We've been down here forever. Our group is split up. I don't know where we're going. There's nothing. I mean, there's been 0 clues. I'm kind of feeling like maybe we should just go back. Do you smell anything? Like
Do I smell anything new?
where are we going?
No, I mean, there's the introduction of a few new scents coming from down, but not identifiable. It's just scents. Musk, damp.
Huh. You said 80 feet down?
It's out of your vision. Like you saw the
But-
candle fall and bound. Like, from what you can tell, the candle was falling straight down. It hit something, bounced forward, and then went out.
Mm-hmm. If we have climbing gear, I think we should... How many more torches do you all have?
Those are Vesta's torches.
This is all I got, and my candle just went to the bottom of the abyss. So, guess what I got? I don't see very far. My eyes don't like the dark, despite what I look like. I should feel like I could see in the dark. That's a lore issue. I don't know. And I just feel like if we keep going on, it's feeling not like cool, fun, adventurous, let's go for it. It's feeling reckless. Like it's feeling unwise. Just keep going without the full group and without any reason.
They didn't catch us. They didn't catch up to us yet? Okay.
No, and I'm very annoyed about that. Okay? I don't know where the fuck they went, why they wouldn't follow us, and you know what? She gets all feisty again. Like, she just, like, cuts herself off. Like, she doesn't even want to finish her own sentence. She's very annoyed.
Okay, so...
She's taking it very personal.
Calliope is going to, like, reach around for, like, some sort of stone. And then
Like on the
drop it.
wall?
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Anywhere for a loose stone.
Oh, I didn't realize I had 5 candles. I guess I have a few more candles. Sorry, I just, by the way.
Calliope, I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
A Calliope?
Okay, I gave her motivational speech, which gives her advantage, but that was back at the beginning.
But motivational speech lasts
Oh,
longer
yes.
than inspiration.
It's
doesn't it?
It's a 20, but not natural.
Okay, motivational speech lasts an hour.
Yeah.
And it gives her advantage on wisdom saving throws.
So go ahead and
Oh,
roll
wonderful.
advantage just
So
in
let me
case.
do that again, because maybe I will get a nat 20. Nope, did not. So dirty
20.
Yeah.
Calliope, as like you reach for the wall trying to find a breakaway rock or something, your finger traces over something that feels way different than stone. And in that instance, you feel this hot, searing penetration. And then you don't remember that. You have a rock in your hand. You knew that you were going to do something with it.
I am holding a torch. Did I perceive any change in her behavior and action? My passive perception is 14, but it's like, obviously I was just talking to her. Did I see anything?
I need an active perception.
Ooh, you can do
What am
it.
I watching? I mean, I got nothing else to look
You
at.
are, but I'm just letting you roll. This is more like
Okay, got
you're
it.
conversing with her.
I'm allowed
You're kind
to
of
roll,
waiting
though?
for you're allowed to
Okay.
roll.
Oh my god, it's a natural one! I saw nothing.
No. You kind of like you saw her reaching for the wall, you look down,
I was looking at my
back,
candle.
You look
down
back
there.
and she has
Yeah.
the rock in her hand. And she kind of has this smile on her face.
What are you gonna do with that?
I was gonna drop it down this hole. I was gonna drop it down the hole, and Calliope takes it and then drops it. Mm-hmm.
There's no light source, so you wait to hear a noise. You hear like a clank. Clank, clank, clank.
Well,
BukBuk.
He's been kind of like watching down. He's been looking around, but he hasn't really contributed too much idea-wise. But when you did mention about like what the hell are we doing here, he's like, I know, I have the same feeling you do. There should be something here. We should find something.
Calliope is convinced that there's nothing here. So Calliope is going to turn to Shay and BukBuk and, well, I guess it's empty. Should we return?
I don't think it's empty, but I don't feel confident moving on. I just don't feel like as a group this is very smart. I'm gonna, before Shay walks away, she's gonna pull out another candle from her pack, and using Mage Hand is going to, again, instead of like just dropping it down the cavern, is gonna try and like go around the perimeter of like if it drops off in front of me, she wants to see like what's on the other side of this drop off, like a go around almost like the wall of, or she's searching for the wall. She's searching for the beyond, like what's beyond what I can touch and feel with her
We all
candle.
just looking for answers of what's in the beyond.
The beyond.
The beyond.
There's a bed, there's a bath. Not much else.
There's D&D.
Don't go beyond. That's crazy.
So, following your mage hand down, I don't know if I can do this on camera, but basically, like, let me see if I can describe this. Standing here on this drop-off, now with this mage hand carrying the candle, like, you see the divisions of rock. There was a rock slide here. You don't know when, but, like, there's a drop-off. There used to be rock that kind of connected this cavern. Used to be ground, from what you can tell, because there's a ridge along the edge. But when the rock fell away, what it leaves you with is this drop off. Siri! Siri is killing me. As the rock fell away, what it left is this drop off, the roof where like it kind of met the end of the cavern, in like what would be like a half dome type cavern, continues downward at this sheer kind of angle where the rock just like sloughed off in this sheer angle, and down towards the bottom about 80 feet you see the crumbled rock that you assume is this rock that slid down this sheer kind of break down into the bottom, and where the roof kind of levels out, there is another tunnel potentially down there that the light can go, but it is out of your current angle of vision.
Wow.
There's no life form. There's nothing.
Nope.
Okay, I'm done. Let's go. I'm satisfied. There's a fucking tunnel down there. I'm not going down there anymore.
BukBuk chimes in and says, I mean, at this point, we should probably just mark this one off our map as a do not return. I don't know.
Well, we just mark it that this is as far as we went. It's not a do not return. It's just.
But as a safe house, it's not serving its purpose anymore.
No, but we should also, if you're going to be thorough, There's still an entry point down there. We just aren't
prepared.
Considering what it is today.
Yeah, Calliope turns to them and says, I think we should go and return with appropriate climbing supplies.
Yeah, and all of our group, all of our party. Because
so Calliope's ready to start walking away.
I mean, if we had Lupin here, he could just like scurry on down there and scurry on back in like a whole 90 seconds. But no, he had to just like ditch us.
So instead of walking along the wall, again, Calliope's gonna walk through the passing or through the like cavern, if you.
It's like along this ridge now that you've noticed kind of bisects this cavern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sure, it's easy enough. Basically, what happens is you walk along this ridge, and it curves around and kind of connects again with the roof in the original half-dome type cavern. It's not the whole like half. It's not like a straight line division. It's like a more curved, where like the back edge of this cavern collapsed down. So you're able to follow this edge, and you see where the ridge connects again with the wall on the other side of the cavern. Seeing now that the only paths ahead is the path that is down out of this room. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Calliope's going back towards the entrance.
Yeah. If everyone follows, then I feel like everyone's going to meet back up kind of at the entrance at the same time.
So on the way back, since we have two of the guards with us, or two of the lupinal, so how is morale back at the night watch, if you all can expand? I mean, considering, the past few days. Day? Has it been a day since we've been here?
Days.
Did we come here
No.
yesterday? It's been 2 days.
It's been 2 days since the Utyugh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been 2 days. One of them responds, well, can't say it's been great. I mean, kind of shit was thrown against the fan, if you really put it in perspective.
Well, yes. I mean, like, managing-wise, is everyone kind of in the same boat as far as moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't lie that I've got my bag packed. I'm ready to bounce should shit really get that direction, and I feel that's kind of looks over at the other one, and the other one kind of looks down and away and shakes his head and is like, I feel like it's probably where we're all at. We'll stick around. We'll stay as long as we can, but
and I'll kind of like look over at Lupin. Is being in the night watch just like a job, or is it a bit more than that?
I feel it's more than that. I feel it's like a family, and that's why it is such a shock that, I mean, I forget his name. What's his name?
Finric.
Yes. Why Finric bouncing like that is not great. So
One of them speaks up and says, to be in Finric's pack is kind of what we aimed for. He was a good pack leader.
Question: has the Calliope crew met up with them?
Yes.
Like
Well, he said not quite yet. Sorry, not quite yet. He had said on the way back he was kind of having this conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
Not quite yet.
And I mean, I only met him for a brief stint, but him leaving, this is like the last thing anyone in the Night Watch would have thought of.
Not exactly. We all have a calling to run, to patrol, to hunt. Every single one of us. And we answer that call quite often. I recently returned from months away from home. Finric was good as a leader here. But from what I heard, he was legendary as a leader on patrol.
Is that what everyone thinks? That he's just on patrol? Like, as you say, a call?
It's the best answer we have. I personally would hope it would be more of a consideration to stay for him. But
forgive me, is this something that is innate to being a lupinal, or is it just something as a Night Watch member?
it's in our blood. It's in our nature to hunt, to be part of a pack whose purpose is the unrelenting chase and predation of evil. Our kind has sacrificed everything to be down here. We don't have a connection to the light. We don't have our prayers answered. But we believe we still do good. We are still agents of good in a place that good has trouble reaching. But don't be mistaken. Being disconnected from our livelihood, from our faith, can destroy a man. It's the sacrifice we make, and that's what drives us.
I see. I'll look back at Lupin. You're not allowed to run out on this, because I don't think any of us would actually be able to catch you.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
Hear that, Vesta? He didn't say no.
So at this point, we'll say that, do y'all meet back up at this?
And for Envy, would that be a kind of contrast as far as, like, how Volpinals are with the kind of not good or not favored by the light, I guess is the easiest way to put it?
Yeah, part of your culture is... Part of the Volpinal culture is being, in the light, having their faith be a part of their lives. As far as what you would understand is just this kind of blanket understanding that the family you grew up with, the people you grew up with, should they not feel a connection to their faith, it would probably be pretty difficult for them. So y'all meet back up, all of y'all together. BukBuk kind of looks around and is like, is that everyone? I feel like we're missing one.
Missing one?
The fire...
We missed half the party, first of all, for about the last 30 minutes, but what are you talking about?
The fire one.
Oh, Vesta. Yeah, she's fine.
Oh, Fine. Is she here?
Yes.
Okay. But
Wait. BukBuk is like, wait. Look, guys. We don't need to have another layer of cryptic interaction on top of all these questions. Where is Vesta?
I'm afraid to search for her right now, because I don't want to squish her.
oh, so she's like not in her usual form.
Yes.
Okay. Vesta, I know you can fucking hear me. Where the fuck have you been? Make your presence known if you don't mind.
No.
Oh, looks like she's not here. I guess we can just leave.
You guys, I hope you know what you're doing.
We never assume that.
Well, okay.
So, did y'all
Hold a
find
minute,
anything
BukBuk.
fun?
What?
Did y'all find out anything fun?
No, honestly. Go ahead, Calliope.
It was an empty cavern. Well, maybe not. I think that we found a drop-off that I think we should return to with appropriate climbing supplies, but for now, nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing. Like, did you guys find anything interesting? Ours was like nothing. Dull.
We had a dead
no.
end.
Yeah, it kind of got to a part where we were crawling in, and then an even smaller part, so then that's why Vesta had to crawl in further. But when she came back, I mean, she was still as she was, so I don't know what she saw. I just know that she's the only one that probably would be able to fill us in on that portion, but that one leads to like a, dead end, as Lupin said.
Well, we definitely saw nothing, and the fact that Vesta is not here, even though I know she can fucking hear me, is not sharing any information with us. I can only hope she at least can enlighten us when she feels up to it.
At this moment, y'all hear a sharp, "Damn it!" And y'all look over, and BukBuk has like kind of hit the stone wall, and you see like this burst of blue flame kind of just like out as his fist hits the wall. He says, "I know there's something down here."
I was going to ask Shay if you're alright, but I feel this needs to be directed to another individual.
And hearing Envy say that, she's like, I don't know what's going on. He's fine until it's...
I think he's frustrated. But you also seem very frustrated too. Did y'all go down the frustration tunnel? Cause
Oh, I think it started at the split in the road where the party was supposed to stay together and somebody decided to split them.
Hi.
oh, I mean,
sorry.
I didn't know that
So
we were supposed to
Vesta
keep the party
Does a
together.
human being pop out of his pocket?
No. Vesta having heard all of this and like possibly seen this popped over, she's gonna scramble out of Indy's pocket and start going down the other tunnel. That's
The one you
spider.
didn't go down?
Yep.
Oh, during this whole commotion.
Are
Do
you
we
trying to
have
be?
to
I'm assuming you're trying to be sneaky.
Nope, not trying to be sneaky. I have but I do have a stealth +4.
Right, you're a fucking spider.
I'm a spider, but I'm not trying to be sneaky. My speed is 20 feet.
Does anybody see it happen?
Good luck.
She's spider size.
Well, no,
I know,
Envy was talking, so you guys are looking at Envy
Yeah.
as this
I didn't see shit.
large-ish spider. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll
Large.
for that.
I didn't say large spider. I said
Yeah,
spider.
but
It's different than the giant spider.
you just said
She's
you were
in the-
trying to be
she was
sneaky.
in the
What do
pocket.
you
She was in a
want?
We
pocket.
can roll. We can roll to see
Let's
if we see her.
roll. Yeah, but
I was thinking,
but
like,
what are you
cute
rolling
little
against? She's not
garden
trying to
spider.
sneak.
But then, okay, so do we just perceive her
You just
crawling
see
out
it.
of his
That's
pocket?
what I'm saying. You see it happen.
All right. Is that Envy? Is that her?
Oh no.
Is
No!
what her?
Listen. I'm gonna argue this. I'm not trying to be sneaky, but also it's a spider, so I feel like there has to be a roll to persuade her.
Because Shay would just go and
stomp on her. I know she would. I think that there should be a roll.
Yeah, but like,
she's a spider.
Are we in a cave where if you saw a spider, you'd be like, "That's a Vesta," sort of thing?
Do you remember that
Like,
one
would you
time
draw
we
it?
spent
Say-
like 2.5
I didn't
hours
say
getting a body
she-
from a room to another location?
Like, I didn't say she turned into a spider.
No, but you made it pretty obvious. You were like, I don't want to smush her. I said, is she in her form? And then a
Yes.
spider crawls out. It's not like
Also, the lighting in this is not very good, and you don't have dark vision.
I have a torch.
but Vesta, tell me, even in torchlight, if you were standing there talking to someone, you're telling me you wouldn't notice a spider come out of their pocket, go across like their chest, go hop on the ground.
It wasn't ours.
DM,
I'm I got in the first
if I
pocket I
saw it.
found.
I don't know.
Side
Did I?
pants pocket. Unless he's wearing a dress.
I don't know
Vesta,
if I did.
Ash, pick
Wearing this.
pick odds or evens.
Odds.
Boys.
It is a
Boys.
3,
Odds
so it's
over
odd. So Shay, you didn't see it.
Yes.
I don't even get to roll?
Well,
Okay.
okay, no, you're right. You're right to a sense because this is
I'm
just
fine with her rolling for it. I
Yeah.
just don't think she should automatically be able to see me.
Yeah, and
okay. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll. It's just like
And am I rolling? Is it passive perception? Or no, because that wouldn't be a roll. That would just
Should I just
Right.
roll a like disadvantage stealth to get like a low like what the spider is in general?
no. We're gonna go with your passive stealth. Your passive stealth. So 10 plus your stealth.
Okay, so 14.
14. That's what you have to beat, Shay.
And am I rolling, or
Active
is it
perception.
passive?
No, active perception. Because Vesta didn't say she was actively being sneaky, but you're actively in this conversation.
That's a 15 without my plus modifier.
So she notices.
I have a question.
Okay.
Is it my stealth or is it?
I love
It's
her.
the spider. It's the
right?
spider's stealth. Yeah.
But I use my stats.
God,
You use
really,
your
do you?
intelligence stats.
Yeah, it's not all the stats, because then why would
Oh,
you
the
use its
stats.
stealth? You use the
Yeah,
stealth of the spider.
It's still a 14.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So Shay, do you stomp? Because then you'd have to roll to attack.
Well, my just backing up quickly, now that I know that Shay saw it. Envy, is that Vesta?
Oh no. Potentially. I mean, I didn't really look at the intricacies of the spider.
Smush!
Roll to
Roll
hit.
to attack.
Whoa! Why would you do that?
Chaos!
Attack?
Mhm.
Just so okay, if it's an attack,
Unarmed
just
attack.
Unarmed.
Mhm.
That's a 10.
What's the
Do I still have the
spider's
shield of
AC?
faith?
It only lasts for 10 minutes.
Lame.
No.
I have an AC of 12.
You miss the spider as it scurries away.
Ooh.
I keep scurrying, and then I go stealth mode because she tried to step on me, that bitch.
So roll a stealth. This is the
21.
most. This is probably now
I
the
can't
most
believe a
ridiculous
10.
one
I
ever.
can't believe a spider has a AC of 12. That's
They're
like
small-
a little
they're
bitty bitty
small.
spider.
That's usually
That's-
small things have
Yeah.
higher ACs.
Yeah,
Ah,
because they're hard to
very
hit.
cool.
Yeah, they're hard to
Except
hit.
a goldfish has 1, so I don't.
AC of 1 or 1
Mm-hmm.
HP.
1 hit point.
Right.
Ah.
Yeah. She has spider has 1 hit point, I believe.
Yeah, I definitely have 1
I'm
hit
sorry, I'm
point.
having some aha moments. Go ahead. Sorry.
Like, oh, really?
Did you roll an active stealth?
Yes, 21.
21. Are you trying to
21.
find her again, Shay? Or do
Can you
give
roll
up?
something for me?
I mean, I guess I would pick up my foot and see that there's nothing on the bottom of it. On the bottom. There was not a smush spider.
Yeah.
The
We did
spider
it!
Survives.
We broke her!
I've been broken since
Since the group broke into went in different directions is when it happened.
Yeah, but like to be
Break
fair,
the group,
I
you
didn't
break
know
my
that I was
heart.
supposed to break the group.
lies. Yeah, she would continue to look for her.
So give me a active perception check, and you have to beat her 21, 23.
What is
22?
happening?
I know.
It's
Are
not.
you
It was a 14.
okay, Shay?
What?
You seem a bit frantic.
She knows that I'm trying to talk to her, and she's trying to scurry her 6-legged little fucking ass in that
legs.
direction.
Spiders have 8
when
legs.
we could have all.
Yes,
Okay,
but look
I
at the
am not
bright
an
side.
animal handler,
We
so 6, 8,
checked
10,
2
12.
portions of this cavern in half the time. And
Why
we're
is she
all...
going the other direction?
I don't know, she
When we already
probably
went that
heard
direction.
Calliope describing what y'all saw down there, and she wants to see it. And she's a spider, so she can climb down, maybe. I don't know. Should we go follow her?
I don't know. But she's
Should we
probably
follow
wants the frickin' business.
What is... You said we need climbing equipment. She's climbing equipment.
Yes.
You know, I don't get riled up easily.
Yes, you do. It's hilarious.
So I'm going to.
I feel like this
I
is the
met this
second
man-
time Shay's
met
been
this
riled
man-
today.
And he taught me about meditation. I'm not very good at it, but. And Shay's just gonna try and meditate and be in Zen. And
I
she
just want to say for the record,
no longer participating.
Vesta definitely has 50 feet of rope with her. So we all picked the wrong team.
As soon as you go into
Royalty,
this
we didn't pick the
meditation,
team.
BukBuk says, "Look,
So
can we
I-
get the fuck out of here?"
We're
Honestly,
leaving.
like,
Yeah, Calliope's gonna say, I agree, we should leave.
So, BukBuk, just to be clear, you wanted to show us that there's a lot more to this cave than what we probably gave it credit for.
no, we came here, we investigated, we found something. I know we did. I remember the conversations. I remember feeling like I saw something. I remember feeling like we talked about things we saw. I remember feeling the need to tell you guys that there is something here that you needed to see. I don't know. I don't see it now.
We're following the spider to the hole. We're following the spider to the hole. She's gonna crawl down. She'll crawl back up. We're following the
Itsy
spider to
bitsy
the hole.
spider.
It's a
got
great
washed.
song. It's not what's happening.
I don't know. There was a lot of water that seemed to come out of this cavern.
Well, I'm fairly certain there's nothing back there. And if you did see something, it would probably be in the direction that y'all turned around at. So let's all head that way. See if Vesta can investigate.
All right. Vesta.
Calliope's like flustered and she's like starting to like feel her fur get warm and she's like
And without like even breaking her meditation, Shay's just gonna like use one hand and pat her, like a kind of like I get it, and then go back.
I feel like we
Like-
went down a far stressful tunnel. Less stressful
Our tunnel
tunnel.
was definitely the better.
Let's go down the tunnel of communication next time because some people obviously.
Speaking of communication, Shay, didn't I say we should stay close to BukBuk? And I turned around and you were already down in the cave.
It's not like it can take it more than one person at a time. I went down, it was your turn next, and all of a sudden you weren't there. So, mister, I'm gonna stay close to BukBuk, decided to buck away as soon as the first opportunity announced itself.
You seem stressed. So
Calliope's like
I'll allow this for now. But we can talk about it later.
Vesta, real quick. Vesta,
Yes.
you're
Yes.
scurrying. You're scurrying along this tunnel. I mean,
practiced doing that.
yeah. And the tunnel, you're kind of running along. It's smooth sailing for a little bit. You're a spider. You can move how fast? Did you say 50? 20 feet. Okay. So you're like going along.
6 legs.
Yeah, with my 8.
I know.
And I need to ask you, the parts of this tunnel get to, I mean, you're a spider, get to a point where, like, there are divots. There are parts where the floor of this tunnel.
I'm doing walls and ceiling, baby.
Okay, so are you staying, like, are you going into divots and stuff? Are you staying as far, like, main pathways out?
I am going quickest route to the hole they said they abandoned.
Okay. Give me a acrobatics check as a spider.
Where is my character sheet? Acrobatics as a spider. That is a 17.
17. You're scurrying, you're going, the ground, like, there are parts, you're a spider, you're having fun with it. There are parts that you feel you can jump, so you kind of jump over these little divots and you scurry along the wall, and you're having fun with it. And as you're going along, there's parts where your legs slip in between some of these formations along the side, and with your tiniest of senses, you feel something. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Your spidey sense?
She will still have advantage, the little spidey bitch.
Thank you. That's what I was about to Ooh, thank God.
You're blessed, but fuck you.
That's an 18.
Ooh.
The other one was a 2, so thank you for the advantage.
In a very uncomfortable skip almost, you're scurrying, and then all of a sudden there's a flash reset where all of a sudden you're stopped. And you're looking around, and you don't remember becoming a spider.
Dude, okay, above table though, Calliope and Vesta, that's what the save, y'all.
Honestly, if we're doing above the table, he totes mentioned this is a safe house. So it kind of makes sense if it's natural defenses for us to not remember anything pertinent about it.
It seems beyond that. Totally beyond that.
I don't remember becoming a spider, but I remember why I'm going, right?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope. You remember
Nothing.
You remember why you're here. You know why you're here. But like,
you remember, like,
honestly,
a certain
in
amount
this
of
moment, yes. But it's not so much you remember why you're there, you remember what you were doing. But at this moment, as you look around, you don't remember how you got to this specific part of the tunnel, and you don't remember which way your friends are. But you kind of get this idea of which way you're going because just the way you're facing.
How far of the tunnel did I get? How far?
100 feet. Not very far.
Interesting. Okay. Vesta. How smart is Spider Vesta? Num. Vesta keep going. Vesta does not keep going. 100 feet. Vesta will turn. I really wanted to stay a spider. Vesta will turn back into a person.
Lupin, your dark vision is far, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
I guess.
You, along with like
y'all.
you guys standing in this like this huddle, like all of the lupinals turn at the same time down the hallway as Vesta's form. You see it.
I knew she was.
You don't see it.
I was about to say.
You don't see it.
You can see him.
Damn it! I take it back.
Envy.
Now she says it.
She's yelling,
Envy.
Envy?
Yep, she is.
So we're going, right? We're going, and I'm gonna just grab Shay and like Humbug her down.
Calliope's gonna walk with.
Everyone.
Envy, I need to talk to just you.
I sort of already brought everybody. I have a moment to get there, but
Yeah, as y'all approach, y'all notice Vesta is just kind of standing, facing off in the distance.
does she look?
She hasn't made any movements, per se.
Okay.
Find you here, Vesta.
What crawled up your ass and died?
Maybe a fucking spider.
There's no spiders in this tunnel.
Well, there was a moment ago.
Oh,
Calliope is just so fucking annoyed of hearing this God-forsaken bickering. She can't hold it anymore, and she fucking rages.
You see all the lupinal kind like go defensive
Great.
for a second.
Oh my God, it's so
as
good.
this roar kind of echoes through the cavern.
And then she just, can you get it together?
Oh gosh.
Really?
She's gonna walk off for a second.
Okay.
Where does she walk?
Just slightly away from the group.
But which direction? Towards the tunnel or towards the cavern?
Probably
Neither. How about like perpendicular?
you guys started walking down one tunnel, so she could easily just like walk back and away and get out of sight. So Calliope has left the immediate group for a second.
Like 10 feet
Right,
away.
no, I know, but like
Yeah.
as far as role playing.
Yeah.
Oh, Shay wants to do a few things. She is quiet and calm.
Okay, I understand everyone's tensions are in a knot, but BukBuk said that there was a reason that he brought us all here. Obviously, that reason wasn't for us to just destroy each other with our throats, figuratively speaking. So what is down here to what the case that we would all need to come in here and see?
Okay, I think I figured it out. Listen, we're here. I have no idea why we're here. Why am I standing here? What's down this cavern?
You're supposed to be going down the cavern to go as a spider to climb down the side of the wall.
Oh, I'm sorry, Envy. Is this frustrating
This
for
is
you?
the frustration tunnel. Why are we here?
Yeah.
Actually, moment. I'm gonna. All right. I am going to reach out carefully and touch both Shay and Vesta and twin
I know this spell.
the sanctuary spell.
Reach out and touch fame.
All right, you two calmly figure out what we should do next.
Okay, what does that do again?
So
I thought it was a
sanctuary-
protection spell.
Yeah, it's just a protection spell. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose that attack or spell. And it stays so long as they don't attack, cast a spell on you. It stays as long as you don't attack, cast a spell, or affect an enemy in a harmful sort of manner. But it doesn't protect you from like fireball or something.
Do I roll if Vesta is my enemy or not right now?
Wow!
Okay, listen. I like this idea of investigating down this tunnel. I don't know if I like the idea of being a spider. Why would I want to be a spider?
Well, you were a spider earlier when we went through that tunnel that got swallowed. Do you not remember?
At that discovery,
Yeah.
Lupin would like to go down that hallway and like carefully search for like traps and shit.
Shay, just calculating all of this in her head, is just gonna say to Lupin, "Careful, we already went this way, but we didn't find anything. But there is a ravine.
I mean, if we can find the source of whatever this something is causing lose memory, I like to find out what that thing is. Not touch it, but like see what the hell it is."
And with him saying that, it's the first time that somebody's actually like,
verbalized.
you know, like voiced that might be an issue here. She's going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Lupin, and in so doing it, you know, it's like, please figure this out. And that's a D8, Lupin.
Calliope comes back to the group, and she's no longer raging.
Okay.
Gonna burn a 3rd level spell slot, get my sorcery points back because I wasted all those on whatever, and then I am going to, for the next 10 minutes, do another emboldening bond, but I'm gonna do it on Lupin, Calliope, and That's how you win that one, chat.
How very diplomatic of you.
I feel like that's the
So what was this?
motivational
What was
posters
this
of,
spell?
like, avoidance.
Emboldening bond. So
Okay.
for the next 10 minutes, you get an extra D4 you can do for ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws, which is good because I don't want them to do that since they're sanctuaried for the other 2 girls. But they're only like that for
It's
a
very
minute.
quickly. It's not even a minute. I don't think. It's
Yeah,
next
it's a minute.
turn.
While
Oh.
we calmed ourselves.
Next turn.
All right, Lupin. Give me an investigation check with your
I
D8
get a
inspiration and a D4.
Well, D4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, D4.
So, all right.
Wait,
so that's that.
Oh.
with
Emboldening bond.
D4.
Because he's also inspired, so that's why I was confused.
Yeah. He's got both. If he, but he's the
So right now
inspiration's
it's
an
a
optional.
Yes, thank you.
It's 19, but if it fails, it doesn't. I get it back, right, or whatever.
If
Mine,
the,
yes.
it
Yeah,
would.
so
Yeah,
you
okay.
can blow it, but you're not really blowing it. Like, you can just...
Sure, let's give it a shot because I want to know what the hell this thing is.
Yeah.
That would be a 23 investigation check.
Okay. Taking all the clues, you start to search along the wall of this tunnel that you're near. You consciously use your fingers to find the crevices and depressions, but you don't follow through. You don't really like investigate beyond that. And you're using your eyes to look. A minute, 2 minutes, you're looking, you know, you think you see things here and there. Sometimes it's a little bit of bioluminescent algae. Sometimes it's like something, but then you get to a point where something in the rock in this divot doesn't seem quite right, and you kind of push and you feel the rock break away. And as you pull back, there's a section exposed where underneath there is not rock. There is light pink, fleshy material.
Ooh.
That's where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Dun dun dun. Light pink, fleshy material.
That sounds lovely.
All right, guys, if you haven't yet, exclamation critical in the chat for our second
Exclamation
giveaway
critical.
of the night. This is the, oh God, that didn't work. This is the dice giveaway, critical dice giveaway right now. US or Canada excluding Quebec. Do it, Ali G.
We've all heard the floor is lava, but have you heard the wall is flesh?
Listen, Colin, you have created a pink fleshy tunnel, and you will never live it down.
Oh no!
Do you remember a time when
There's so many phrases that are so inappropriate. I could remind everyone of.
There's so
Where
And
did
it
I put one
ended
in
with-
here?
fleshy balls that we fought?
Destroy them with their throat. That one will. That
Pink
one will
fleshy
always
balls.
for me. Seaman, it's actually critical is the code. I do give away to do the
Seaman.
Nightbot command to tell you the code, but the actual code is exclamation critical.
Exclamation critical.
In the chat. Siri, this is 4 times. I'm not wearing you next time. You're staying in the bedroom.
Yeah, come
You're not coming.
on.
Jeez.
Siri.
Siri just wants to roll some dice.
Are you serious? I get it. There we
Can
go.
you ask
Yeah, there we
Siri
go.
to roll the
Sherwood!
D20?
Exclamation critical! Sherwood!
Exclamation critical. Okay, a few
Critical.
business items
You know.
real quick. We're going to be here
Really?
next week. I haven't heard any of these guys. It's my birthday. It is.
It's your
my
own
It's
birthday.
my birthday. And then this whole time's my birthday. So
Next
shower
week
me.
is his official birthday, though.
Yeah. You
Start
did.
the week early.
We're all good now. So we'll be here next week to continue this saga here. And that's it. That's all. I just wanted to make sure they knew that we were coming back. So join us here, guys, next week on Monday. There will be Crypt Creatures. On Wednesday, there will be Heroes of Salon. And that's it.
Yeah.
All right, here's the giveaway drawing right now. Ready, set, go.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it
I
gonna
must
be?
have missed the button. Who's going to be? Go.
Who's gonna be?
Beat Nikki.
Beat
Nikki.
Aww.
Welcome to the show. Congratulations. You can find me on Discord, so join our Discord. The link is in the profile of our Twitch, but I can do it again, I think.
Do it again.
Do it again.
We know this person. We will bug them and tell you.
You know them, this person?
We know them. Me and
Okay.
Ashley,
Nice.
they're in our first home game
They're in
campaign.
D&D, or
It's our Nikki.
they're ready. Cool. Well, congratulations. You will now have some dice to go with you for that game. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you come back and check us out if you need to catch up on episodes. YouTube, we are there all 19 episodes before this one here. Actually, there's a few more because we sprinkled in some side quests and some painting nights. And we're a variety show. We sing, we dance, we chaos. Have a good rest of your week. If you are in California, enjoy the no rain because it has been a beautiful day today. And we will see you soon. We're going to raid, so don't leave. We will find another D&D stream for you to continue on to. But we are done for the night. Have a good evening. We'll see you later. Bye-bye, guys.